On my face.
All right, guys, we're live. We have T. Roy Cooks in the house, Ryan from Whiskey and Barbecue, and Johnny Maggs from Pit Life Barbecue. And it looks like Kent just joined in.
Well, we're getting going.
That's me. My bad. Is that Big Cat 305? What's up, Mike? How's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Howdy.
Is the road working?
I'm going to pull this up so I can see the chat. Can y'all hear everybody okay?
Yes, Tess.
Clear?
Yeah. Everything sounds good on my end.
You real dark there, Johnny Mac.
Well, it's 9 o'clock at night.
I'm going to move the mic a little bit closer. All right. I almost just sent a super chat to myself. I hit the wrong button. Kathy DeGrasse says she don't have cigars, but she has a little bit of vodka and cigarettes. Hey, works for me. So we got Dogfather's Barbecue. Yeah, smoke them if you got them. We got Dogfather's Barbecues in the house. Food for Men, Bruce. Never Trust a Skinny Chef, Shane. Bubba K is in the house. Jeremy T, 1982. Parker from Blue Smoke Barbecue. Late Show. Leprechauns in the house. It's all about the rag. Shadow Seed. Carl Ivy's in there. We got a lot of new folks in there. Carl Ivy says he got some Gurkha Founder Select. I like that. A little 4-hour small batch select.
Nice.
That's nice.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah, Bubba K is Randy K. Yeah, I know, brother. Can anyone do a 3-way like CJ is doing, or need a certain number of subs? Nah, as long as you got the Google Hangouts app, you can do it. Blackstone Boys, fire up them sticks. I think I will. Let's go ahead and start with what we're smoking tonight. Guys, I have the Alec Bradley Tempest Maduro. I'm liking that one. All right. This was sent to me. Johnny Maggs, did you send this to me? Was it the care package you sent? Or was it Paul?
It must have been Paul. I don't think I sent an Alec Bradley.
All right. Or it may have been one I bought. Who knows? All right, Troy, what are you puffing on tonight, brother?
I chose the Davidoff Late Hour.
Great cigar. Absolutely phenomenal.
I love anything Davidoff. I'm
Yeah,
okay with that.
My first time trying this one, the guy at the cigar shop recommended. Said there. I was looking at the case. I was like, well, dang, you about sold out, so it must be pretty good. I took one.
Oh, man. All right. Johnny Maggs, what do you got, brother?
I got, let's see. I don't know if you guys can see it. I got the La Galera Robusto. I think is natural wrapper. Very nice.
Very nice. Ryan, I know you're coming with something good.
I'm actually going with a Drew Estates Java Maduro.
Oh,
One of my favorites right there. I love that Java, that certain amount of sweet. Mike, what are you rolling with, brother? I saw that Cohiba last night.
That's what I got, man. Going with the Cohiba.
Very nice, very nice. Dogfather's Barbecue. What does this say? The pics of the other guy at the bottom of their stream colors or their screen covers. They're coming in and out, brother. Don't worry. All right, and what are we drinking? I got a little Woodford Reserve Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It's a little birthday present for me.
I got you back there, CJ. Woodford Reserve, man. Well, Stu Harris.
There you go.
Stu Harris sent this to me. I'm trying to finish it off tonight. Got a little bit left.
Great. That's awesome. Great minds think alike.
You got that right. Cheers.
Cheers to you, brother. Give it up. Oh yeah.
Is that Troy?
Huh?
Is that Troy?
Ryan, who you talking to?
Evan?
Evan.
Oh, hey, Evan.
What's up, Evan?
Evan says he's not going to get on camera. All right, so I was going to start off with some stolen, but since two of y'all drinking Woodford Reserve, I think I'm going to run inside and get a bottle of Woodford Reserve.
Hey, Ryan.
Copycat.
Hey, Ryan. Look,
What's up,
man,
Troy?
I got this off.
I think I have a piece of that left, so I'll go grab Woodford and that, and we can finish this off tonight. And
Deal.
Woodford and Slain.
Jeremy T says he has that Gurkha Beauty. I love Gurkha too, man. I haven't had too many of those that I don't enjoy. Johnny Mags, what do you got going on, brother?
Well, we got a little Gatorade to get me straightened out for tomorrow. Then apparently I got to run inside and get a little Woodford Reserve.
I love it. We're starting a trend. Let's see. Megan Fox is in there. How you doing, Megan Fox?
The Megan Fox?
Daryl, jump in this bad boy. I know you're smoking on something. I'm pretty sure it's not the Megan Fox, Johnny.
You never know.
You never know.
We could hope.
Mike, what are you on with, dude?
There you go, Evan.
Mike, what do you got? What are you drinking on, buddy?
All right, so I'm definitely going to break the trend, and I'm going to go with some Havana Club.
Oh,
I'm jealous.
delicious.
Let me tell you, man, this stuff is awesome. I've been drinking it for a couple of years now, and I just keep getting more and more bottles of it. People keep giving it to me as gifts, so it's awesome.
I need friends like you.
What?
Daryl, brother Daryl, hope you're feeling better. He said he's still on pain.
It's funny because this is the first bottle I've actually ever bought. All the other ones were gifts. But about a month ago, I was at a gas station in Little Havana, and some guy came up to me and was like, in Spanish, "You want to buy this?" I'm like, "How much?" $20. I'm like, "I'll take it." It's really good.
Yeah. I want to get my hands on some of that. Okay, so Megan Fox says she gets that all the time. That bitch stole her name. So there it is.
Very good.
Bad Beef Barbecue had shoulder surgery, so he's on the mend and on painkillers. He didn't want to come on and be slurring all over the place. Smokey Joe Barbecue, what's up? All right. I think we covered all the whiskey we're drinking, which is generally Woodford Reserve, except for that one guy in the corner. Thinks he's special, whatever.
That's all I got.
That's all you got.
If
you have to slum it like that, it's fine, Mike. We understand. You know, the first episode we did of this, I'm just going to throw episodes on there. I don't know if we're going to keep doing this on my channel or, you know, I like the idea of jumping around on channels too. I like talking about each of the tastes that we have of our cigars. And it doesn't have to be, you know, your palate is so refined that you can taste notes of fine Corinthian leather and whatever. You know, just tell us what you like about your cigar. I like Ryan's idea. One of these times we'll all get the same cigar, so we could all have the same experience. Ryan's having a hard time lighting his cigar, so he's more of a whiskey guy. I gotta take these off so I can see. So, T-Roy, tell us about that cigar you got going on, man.
This Davidoff, man, it's first time trying it. It's actually pretty mild.
Right.
Just a touch of spiciness to it, but it's real smooth, and I'm detecting like some spicy notes.
Right on.
I don't know, it'll probably change as I get through it a little bit. We'll see.
That's what I was just gonna say. I want to come back and talk about them about halfway through everybody's cigar. You see how the flavor does change.
Good.
Mikey, what do you got over there? Tell us about that Cahiba. I'm jealous. I love my Cahibas. I have one.
I haven't started. I have not started, but I can tell you about it because I've smoked 100 of these things. They are awesome. They're very fresh. Well, they're not all fresh. You got to get them fresh from Cuba. But they've got a great flavor. They're not too. They're not dark. Number one. So I like dark cigars, but this is more like you can see. It's more of a medium, I'd say. Great flavor, a little bit robust, but not too much. It's a nice medium flavor all around, and it just tastes great. It's tough to get them fresh. That's the hard part. But even if you don't get them fresh, you can still save them. I've done some research on how to, and actually, my girlfriend's brother gave me a box of them last year for my birthday, a case, and they were a little stale, actually, but I went on YouTube and learned how to bring them back, and I bought them things and learned the way to bring them back, and it came out really well. Hey, Danny Dutch.
Hey, Dutch, move the camera up, will you?
Dutch, we're standing square at your balls, buddy. Let's clean that up a notch. TMI.
Hey, sorry guys, little makeshift tripod here in a motel room. So, cheers, boys.
That's awesome. Cheers,
Yeah,
bro.
He's pretty confident. Calls it a tripod.
Dude, my setup right now is straight a little 5-foot ladder, my laptop, my microphone's on some yard table out here. I'm so janky out here right now. I don't have Woodford Reserve, so
That'll work.
That works.
I'm okay with that right
good
there.
stuff. I like it.
At least it's mostly corn, so it's going to taste like a bourbon.
Yeah. So.
Ryan, have you reviewed that stuff on your channel yet, or do you stay away from the mainstream stuff?
No, I wouldn't stay away from the mainstream stuff. We haven't reviewed that on the channel yet. I've had it, so it's good. It's kind of a really sweet bourbon.
I love sweet anything. So whether it has an umbrella in it or my whiskey.
Just to let you know, I do have some food that I ordered being delivered shortly. So
you're not just going to be saying there's someone at the door?
No, there'll actually be somebody at the door.
I like it.
Don't be giving off our trade secrets now.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Little whiskey, little bourbon, the guy gets loose lips. Let me tell you.
How do we already got 2 thumbs down for this one? Who does not like Troy? I mean, seriously. Let's see. All About the Racks in there. I love that channel name, by the way. Guys, if you have any questions, put it at somebody. Kent's got the night off. I'm not going to make him work right now. He's chilling in a hotel room.
Yeah.
Oops, did I do that? Yeah, exactly, Alden. All right. So the rest of us are all drinking Woodford Reserve. I don't really know how we're supposed to talk about that one.
Well, I didn't get that memo. Sorry.
Yeah, I had no
Well, it just kind of happened.
Looking for a sponsorship.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That's what we need.
They can afford it too.
Yes, they can.
We need a liquor
Mags,
sponsor.
Mags, you have never looked better.
I'm kind of going with the pickles thing tonight.
Dogfather Barbecue, Alton. If I lift that up, I guess I can. There's a lot of people in there. All right, coming in close, guys. Hopefully, I don't knock my laptop into the pool.
There you go. Mags, you want to act
Everybody
like
be
pickles?
real. What?
He
Everybody
wants to
be
act
real
like
quiet so
pickles.
we just watch CJ.
Ha! That did not help. Ugh. I went the opposite direction. We're professionals around here, guys.
Hey, I just treated Johnny Mags like pickles. I muted his ass.
Why did you mute Pickles? Or Charlie.
Yeah. No, I didn't. Not Troy. I'd never do that to Troy.
Thanks, Kent.
No one puts Troy in the corner.
No, nobody.
Or on mute. Is that better? When you see me, I'm not hiding behind people.
You look good, CJ.
Yeah, a little bit.
Funny guy, Kent.
All right, so Mags, tell us about what you're puffing on, dude.
It's the La Galera natural Robusto. I'm getting a little bit of black pepper and some cedar right now. Had a little bit of I don't know what you. I've always called it like a barnyard on the cold draw before I lit it. So you got that little like hay sweetness to it.
So tell us again what pepper is. I know what pepper is, but what's pepper?
You know, you don't have to take the spot of Chef Johnny.
You know what? Out of anybody in this group, I thought CJ would know who Salt and Pepper were.
Salt and Pepper here. That's horrible. All right. Alton, if you're going to call it a circus hat, you don't get one. Johnny Mags and T-Roy, yours are in the mail.
Thanks, CJ.
Nice. Thank you, CJ.
Let's see here. Before we go away from the cigars and whatever, or before we go back to them, Jeremy T, 1982 said, "What's everybody throwing on the pits this weekend?" And I just got done trying out the new kettle rotisserie attachment, and I did a rotisserie chicken.
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Turned out really good, really, really good. It was fun to give it a shot, and I put potatoes and onions underneath it, and in between the two kettle baskets, and dude, it turned out really good. I that's what was taking so long. I was just finishing up filming, cleaning, and
cleaning my ass.
Yeah, I was cleaning. I had to clean up my shit. Miss CJ's out of town. I don't want her to come back to a mess. Let's see. Bad Beast Barbecue asked, deep cut or punch or straight cut? I do straight cut every time. You guys, what do you guys do?
Straight cut.
Straight cut. Mags?
V cut.
Mags, what you got?
I always do a straight cut. I always like to open it up, get the full draw out of it.
I don't do that. I do long cut.
Long cut. Yeah, there's no straight cut or V cut for him. Mikey, what do you got, brother?
Straight cut, man. Straight cut.
Straight cut. I tried to do the punch a few times, and it just felt like it intensified too much, like backed up the flavor. And I don't know if that makes sense or the right terminology, but it was just a bit too much.
No, you're absolutely right. Because with the punch, it all you're drawing into that one spot, so it's all collecting right there. So you're going to get more of a punch to it.
Right on. Leprechaun TV said he rolled his own cigar, so that's good. Carl Abbey says he punches his Gurkha. Great flavor. Right on. This Maduro, this Tempest, it's got some pepper too, and it's got a little sweetness. That Maduro wrapper, I dig the sweet that comes along with it. Bad Beast Barbecue uses a V cut, and I know Josh was talking about that in the last episode we did. He uses that V cut lighter from Cigar. What are you doing over there, buddy?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Mixing a cocktail.
Nice. Let's see. Leprechaun says he uses a blueberry Swisher Sweet. Now, tell me, has anybody enjoyed their Swisher Sweets back in the day?
Guilty.
Yeah.
Nah.
Swisher
Never have.
What's a Swisher Sweet?
Swisher Sweet is like.
I know. I was picking.
Oh, okay. I was like, you have to know. Shit.
Yeah, that's MD 2020. Yeah, man, good times.
I used to.
Come here.
I used to keep a pack of them. I guess they call it a little box in my golf bag because you didn't need to keep that stuff in a humidor. It was just whatever. And then I got older and realized that there were better cigars out there.
If you kept Swisher Sweets in the humidor, you'd never get them lit.
Exactly.
I mean, Swisher Sweets go hand in hand with $3 bottles of rosé, like Josh was drinking last week.
Rosé.
I almost bought a bottle of that tonight.
Oh no, that would have been pretty money right there. Hey T-Roy, someone asked what your hat says.
This hat one of my fans sent me. This is commemorating the USS Gunston Hall, LSD 44. Go Navy.
Go Navy. Thanks to all our veterans out there. We always love to acknowledge our veterans.
Absolutely.
You guys are all awesome. Let's see here. Chef Johnny's in the house. How you doing?
I got my We the People shirt on too. Don't feel you see it.
Look at you. You're all America today.
There you go, man.
You're all America. America.
Happy anniversary, Chef.
Yes, happy anniversary, Chef. He celebrated 33 years with Libby. Very cool. I feel like I'm yelling. Do I need to yell? I feel like I have to yell.
No, you're all right.
The microphone's right here. I don't know why I'm yelling. It's the only thing I can do to get a word in edgewise in this household. So many damn kids. Oh. Go Navy. There you go.
Alton brought up a cigar earlier talking about his Black and Milds.
Oh, yeah. The good old days. So, Ryan, what whiskey are you reviewing this week?
So this Wednesday we have a real special, really rare whiskey coming out. Everybody's heard about Blanton's, right? The really expensive bourbon.
Right.
Well, we're reviewing a Blanton straight from the barrel.
Ooh.
So it's unfiltered. It's not cut down at all. I mean, like the bottle we reviewed actually has a little bit of black in the bottom of it from some of the charcoal that was in the barrel itself.
Oh,
wow, that's awesome.
That was amazing.
Last time I was in Vegas, a few weeks ago, I went. There's a bar in the MGM called Whiskey Down, so I went in there and ordered a Blanton's. Just figured I wanted to try it. Hadn't never tried it. I did. It was a $50 shot. I was like, holy shit! I was not prepared for that. I mean, obviously, I paid for it and drank it and enjoyed it, but damn.
Yeah, the regular Blanton's is a little bit of hype, but the straight from the barrel it's better than probably the top 3 bourbons I've ever had.
Really? That's cool. General Diamond just brought up something about the Hangouts. Yeah, I know. I know I have to move away from Hangouts pretty soon. Maybe I'll get in touch with you. We got to figure out exactly what I need to do. I was just honestly gonna, wing it until the end, and then we'll move on from there. Last minute, probably with our hair on fire. Well, I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
That's on fire.
we just switched over to Zoom.
Zoom
for Business, and it works out great.
Okay, and then do you have to pay for that?
Nope, free.
Free. And you can invite people in like we do the Hangouts?
Yeah, I think it runs the same thing. It's just basically everyone's email address. You just send the invite out that way, and everyone jumps in.
Right on.
Yeah, I think it's limited to like 10, kind of like Google's Hangouts is, though.
Say that again?
Unless you want to pay for it, I think it is limited to a certain number, like 7 or 10 or something like that.
Right on, yeah. Carl said Zoom is the shit. Highly recommended. Well, if Carl says it's the shit, I'm in, buddy. Yeah, we've talked about doing Zoom. There was another one that we looked at. We'll just have to figure it out as we go.
Sorry, guys.
What's up, Mike? We got a new view of you, brother.
I know. I'm about to walk outside and light up this Cohiba, man. I see all you guys smoking these heaters, and I'm dying.
I was wondering what was taking so long. That's awesome. Daddy Cooks says Zoom stops after 45 minutes with more than 2 participants.
Oh.
Yeah, that's good to know. Because you only do half-hour shows, more or less, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do some research soon, and we'll set it up. But next week we're going to use Hangouts because we can, and it's going to be on Kent's channel.
I think I may have to miss that one.
Oh, see?
I'm kidding. Kids are man.
I don't even know if Kent's there here yet. Kent's dealing with his food order.
Looks like he's watching TV.
He's like, this is stupid. I'm bored with these guys. Alton said, if y'all get Zoom and drive up that stock price, all of you get Zoom and drive up that stock price. We got Daddy Cooks is in the house, Phil. Brother Phil's here. Welcome, Phil. Appreciate you being here.
How you doing, Phil?
Thanks to all our veterans. I know. I believe you're in Parts Unknown with your new offset out there. So earlier, someone asked, "What do we all have on the pits this weekend?" I answered the chicken. What about you guys? Filled it. Anybody? T-Roy, what are you cooking this weekend?
I got 2 racks of ribs, 1 baby back, and 1 St. Louis. I've had quite a few people send me some different rubs I need to try out, and I'm going to go through them, probably try different rubs for the next month or so and see where it goes. Because people send me rubs all the time, and I kind of sit on them and honestly don't use them a lot of the time, and I feel bad. So I'm just going to kind of make it a point just to try some different cookies, some different rubs from some fans that send me. One of them is actually Ken Darnell from.
Can you turn on the lights and without the power?
He's in the Navy, I think. We're gonna check it out and see what it's like, and he's selling it too.
All right, on. It's always good when you can put that link down below. Yeah, he said. Phil said he's in Parts Unknown. Dogfather's working this weekend, so he ain't doing no pit cooking. Ryan, you guys cooking anything? If you and Evan over there?
I think I've been playing with the new rub that I've been making, so I might actually do some grilled pineapple. Try to do some fruits, do some grilled pineapples and peaches, probably do some burgers. I think I got a pork butt I need to do to get in the freezer. I'm gonna be gone for about a month, so I got to get some stuff in the freezer for family to eat.
Why you gonna be gone for about a month?
I got some work stuff to do for a month.
Got it.
He's going to Parts Unknown.
Big Cat.
I'm sorry. My bad. Guess what? I'm cooking on the Blackstone.
What? That's crazy.
I actually have a video coming out tomorrow morning with Philly cheesesteaks. So they came out amazing.
Right on.
Check it out.
I've been doing a lot of videos that I won't be releasing for a while. Got a super secret project going on. So can't wait to freaking finally get them out though. I've been doing double the work. Been doing videos for my channel and some extra videos for the thing. I'm doing the thing with the thing. And it's kicking my ass. Ugh. See, hey, Ryan, Alton said is work stuff code for like in the hood when people say going to college, really they have 30-day jail sentence.
No. I have to go to Fort McCoy, Wisconsin for a big exercise that's going on up there.
Right on. Let's see, Chef Johnny says he has 4 briskets going on the pit with a pork butt in a couple hours, 4 racks of ribs in the morning, 4 chickens, and a dozen sausages. Good Lord, Chef. Killing it, man.
Well, Chef always cooks like that.
That's right. He does that. He has his pop-up, whatever you call it.
Yeah, his food truck or his catering truck.
Is it Chef, what do you call it? It's not a food truck, is it? Let's see. Bruce says no grilling this weekend. He's leaving in the mornings for some photo shoots. Let's see. Daddy Cook says, I love you guys, but I got to go. Can't smoke or drink over here. And y'all are hurting his feelings. So, Daddy Cooks, we'll enjoy our cigars and whiskey for you. What we all say, we love you like cooked food. Just be safe out there, man. Make it home in one piece. Okay, so Chef Johnny's thing is a trailer. Kathy said, if we do anything, it'll be chicken and sausage. It's been hot lately. I noticed a lot of people in Texas are feeling the heat. Is it a bit warm down there, guys?
It's been like 92, 93, 94, sometimes 95.
That's what I'm rolling with.
It hasn't been as bad as it is up like in New York.
Yeah, the humidity's been kind of ridiculous lately, though. It's just felt hot. Like right now, it's nice. There's a nice breeze going. It's pretty right now.
Right, it feels great.
Yeah, it's nice right here. I want to be. I'm in the corner of the backyard here in the patio, but if I was sitting a bit further out and I could set this up, there's a nice breeze, but all you'd be hearing is breeze right now on the microphone. So I felt it was best that I come back here and hide.
Yeah, the air isn't even moving up my way.
No.
It's just heat and humidity. We were low 90s, high humidity. We got a heat index warning rolling for tomorrow. About a heat index of, right now they're saying like 107 in the humidity. So it's going to be absolutely miserable at work tomorrow.
That sucks, man.
Hey, here's our forecast. Right here. There you go.
89 and clear.
See what's going on. Yeah, man. We got some 97, 98 degree temps.
Whoa, that's hot, man.
That ain't that bad, though. It's all right. I got a pool, man. I cool off.
Exactly. Trying to see where we're at right now.
I'm going to come hang out with you and float around in your pool, too, there, CJ.
Come on out, man. I think right now we have more floaties in the pool than there is pool.
I just like to float around like I'm going tubing or something. That's what I like to do.
We just got a big old flamingo deal. It took me like an hour to fill up. Yeah, it's supposed to be 80, 90 tomorrow, but then it's going to jump into the hundreds for the rest of the week. The next weekend, yeah, it's just going to be damn hot. It is what it is.
Yeah. It's summer.
Exactly. It's summer.
Where's Josh and Babe?
Okay, so Josh, Babe drove down from up north all the way down here with 6 other girlfriends.
Oh, no.
And Josh is in charge of all of them. And I guess they rented a limo for a party bus or something for the night. And he's taking them all to Hollywood. He's going to go live eventually. He wants to get. He was trying to find ways to get super shots to get the females a little loopy. So we'll see how that goes. But man, I couldn't imagine, dude. that's a lot of estrogen going on right there.
No kidding, man. No kidding.
I don't know if I can handle that one, but that's cool though. I mean, I'm sure they'll have a good time. See, Ricky Nay, welcome, brother. Jeff says it was 98 there. Leprechaun says felt like it was 102 in Cleveland. That's rough, man. Whew.
So who's next up to talk about their cigar?
Well, being that Mike lit his last while he was watching all of us have a good time. Mike, let's go in some depth details of why you love that Cohiba so much.
Man, it's a Cohiba. If you've never had one, you wouldn't know. I mean, that's an easy answer, right?
Exactly.
I know. It's a great cigar. It's a nice. It's not It's not too robust. It's a nice mild cigar. I actually like robust dark cigars, but these are really good. You can get them fresh. Like I said before, if you can't, there's ways to bring them back. But in my experience, I've probably, out of all the Cuban cigars that I've gotten, I'd say 90% of them I have not gotten fresh. So I've had to kind of bring them back. But you can do it. It's not that hard. And but these, they taste great, man. It's real. It's an easy cigar for anybody to smoke. It's not, if you're a first-time cigar smoker, you know it is. If you're a first-time cigar smoker and you're smoking something that's pretty strong, you're gonna get sick, you know. But
Yeah,
you're not gonna do that with this. This is pretty. It's pretty mild. It's a pretty mild cigar, so everybody kind of loves it. That's why. And can you hear me okay now that I'm back here?
Yeah, you're fine, man. We can hear you.
Okay.
Being that you're in Florida, I assume you're have easier access to get the Cubans than most people do.
Yes.
Is that a fair statement?
I'm 90 miles away, man.
So you're really at the tip of Florida, huh?
Well, I'm in Miami, so Key West is 90 miles away. I'm 3 hours from Key West, and Key West is 90 miles away. I was born and raised here. My ex-wife is Cuban American. Was married to her for 23 years. Both my sons are half Cuban. Most of my friends are Cuban or Latin for sure. So yeah, it's pretty easy to get Cuban cigars down here. I get them all the time. People give them to me as gifts, employees, friends, because you can get them. You can get them pretty easily, because you can go back and forth from Cuba now, no problem. So people bring them over and they give them. So.
Well, I think I speak for everybody along the panel here.
You want me to send you some cigars? I'll send you some cigars.
If you got too many, I'm sure we would take them off.
I'm running low, but my birthday is in October, so I'm hoping I get another box of cigars. So.
Yeah, I'd love to have some.
I'll send you some, Troy, for sure.
All right, being that you talked about how you had to bring a few back to life, would you mind going over the process for the people watching?
Sure. So I don't have the packets in right now on me because I left them inside, but there's these packets that you can buy on Amazon. They're these little picture like a wet wipe that you would get after eating some ribs, at a nice rib joint. And they're these little packets, and they come with different degrees of humidity percentage, and you can throw these packets inside like Ziploc bags, and that's how I brought these back. So you got to go online, you got to check it out, and I'll send you the information.
They're called Bovito, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. They're little hydration packs like that.
They are. You know what? Let me do it right and give me 1 minute because I'm not as slow as I think. That's them right there. You got it.
Right here.
I don't have to get them. Those are them. You got them. Those are the exact same ones that I bought on Amazon. You basically, what I bought was those. I can't remember the percentage that I got, and you put them all in a Ziploc bag with those. And I bought this little. I'm not gonna say it right. The humidity detector digital one. It's like $5.
Hygrometer.
Hygrometer. Yeah, that one. You stick it in there, and you can't put a bunch of those little packs in at one time. You got to start slow. So you put in one, you let it raise up a little bit. A couple days later, you put in another one, you let it raise up. If you put them all in one shot, they're gonna crack. So you have to kind of go slow with them, and then it takes about 2 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks, and man, let me tell you, I've brought some back that I thought were dead for sure, and they are as fresh as you could imagine.
Right on. Guys, if you happen to be watching this on the replay, click show more. I'll put links to the Bovada packs and the hydrometer down below, so you guys can get them if you're interested. I have a few of those Bovada packs too.
They work miracles.
Yeah, they do. They do bring them back. They bring them back to life. It's funny when I go to Mexico. That's where I'll pick up my Cubans, and I know the difference between fake and real and all that. And what I love is the guys on the beach selling you the little glass container full of the Cohibas or the Cuban cigars. And I straight told the guy, I'm like, I know they're not real Cuban because you're trying to sell them for like $10 or whatever. I said, level with me. Are they just Dominicans with the new wrapper on them? He's like, yeah. I'm out here. Here's $20. Give me a couple of them. I take them back, give them for souvenirs. I have my cigar box, my humidor is set up that has like my really good cigars, the everyday cigars, and then cigars I give out to people that come over that they don't really like they don't smoke cigars regularly, but they want to have a cigar with me, and I know they're only going to smoke like an inch of it and throw it out or whatever. So that's how I kind of handle that one. I never want to not. What's that?
The old dog rockets. That's what we call them. So for the ones that, like you're saying, they're only going to smoke an inch of it, they get the dog rockets.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I get the people that want to have these and be a part of it. And, I think everybody can agree that cigars are a pretty social thing.
Oh, absolutely.
And they want to be a part of it. They want to enjoy it. So I always have some on hand for those occasions. Mike, thanks for going through that with us, brother. Kent, what about you, buddy?
What's up?
Talk about your long cut.
Oh, it's nice and minty. Pretty consistent cut. Nice, mini. Fills that little pocket in the lip just perfect. Take a little sip with it. Good to go.
Love it. Guys, Mrs. Volkman's in the chat. My Mrs. CJ's in there. Everybody say hi to Mrs. CJ.
Hi, Mrs. CJ.
Hi, baby doll.
She's up north, and she took her kids and her mom to go see the Sequoia National Forest. So they're looking at really big trees right now.
That's beautiful.
Oh, so Mrs. CJ is enjoying some big wood for a change.
Exactly. You see,
dirty.
Dude, it's not even a work night and I deal with this shit.
That's awesome. Dirty.
2 nights in a row.
She said hi, Kent. notice Kent's the only one that got a high back. Y'all said hi. She's like, hey, Kent. Hey. Oh, my goodness. She does like big wood. That's what she put in there.
Oh, boy.
That. I can see this going demonetized quickly.
Okay, I'll quit acting like Josh.
Nice. So, honey, feel free to say something positive about me in there, okay? Appreciate it. Let's see here. Kent, are you going to be able to do any cooking this weekend, or are you going to still be out of town all weekend?
No, I'm headed back home tomorrow night, but then I have the other side of the family in town I have to entertain on Sunday, so probably not much this weekend. So
hey, so for you California guys, CJ.
I was going to say me.
Yeah. I am actually going to make some Mexican chicken tacos this weekend. So I need some advice. Give me some pointers, man. I've never made it before. I've done the research on YouTube, but I want to hear it from like an actual, real person.
You know what my secret to great chicken tacos is? Go to the carniceria out here. Get a bunch
I don't live there. I don't live there.
Get some pollo asada, and you're good to go.
Okay.
No, they use a lot of citrus. Some achote maybe in there. A little cumin, salt, pepper.
I like cumin. for sure.
Yeah. But I know they put a little orange, a little lime in there, kind of citrus it up a bit. Put a little jalapeno if you want to spice it up, maybe.
I bought some
the
jalapeno.
marinade, you know. I mean, that's about my extent of the knowledge of that stuff, man. I like I said, I go get a carniceria. They're fucking one right on the corner over
Right
here.
around the corner. I got you.
They're all over the joint out here.
I'd say you definitely got to have some cumin and some garlic and some chili powder in there.
Yeah.
I like a little bit of lime on my meat for stuff.
I do a lot of lime. I use serranos instead of jalapenos because the oil mixes in better and it's a little bit mild. It's got the same amount of heat, but it's not as the bitter peppery that you get with jalapenos sometimes.
Yeah, I like serranos better than jalapenos myself.
I bought the jalapenos, but I was looking at the serranos. I'm like, I don't know the difference, to be honest with you. I have no idea. So I bought the jalapenos. But I'll try the serranos next time for sure.
You know, I've never known the difference myself either. I just go to jalapeno just because it's what I know. But what I would do, or I don't know if you guys would agree, but I usually fire them up on the grill. Get some grilled char flavor in there too.
Oh yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And it sweetens them up a little bit too.
Yeah, takes a little of the sting out too.
Cool, thank you.
No problem. That's funny. I never really thought about it because it's just easier for me to go buy the pre-marinated stuff. Even our grocery store, like Vaughn's or Stater Brothers or whatever, in the in the butcher case, they have carne asada and pollo asada already marinated, ready to go. So even our big chain grocery stores have that stuff ready.
Yeah, ours do too, CJ. But it's always best to do it homemade, man. You know.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just lazy sometimes. You know?
Yeah, me too. Honestly, I am.
Yeah, I was messing with that chicken today, and I brined it for a couple of days, and I had to wash it off and clean it and put more rub on it. I'm like, this is a lot of work. I go to Costco and $6.99 I get a rotisserie chicken, and I'm good to go. So
it tastes better when you cook it yourself.
It does, and it gets being that the rotisseries at Costco, Sam's, whatever you guys have, they don't have the wood fire, they don't have the charcoal.
That's right.
So it's not the same, and you get a little bit of sense of pride getting it done yourself. I looked at the chicken when it was done, perfectly cooked, nice and juicy, good to go. I was like, all right, good job, CJ.
Hey, CJ.
Yeah, babe.
A little pro tip for your next rotisserie chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure the Costco container isn't sitting in the camera shot.
Son of a bitch. You saw that? Oh, my goodness. See, everything I have to deal with, Troy. This is horrible.
Yeah, it keeps you on your toes, though, doesn't it?
It do.
Man, tonight I actually grilled. I grilled some mahi for myself, and I grilled some salmon for Karen, my wife, and she was just oohing and ahhing how wonderful that salmon was. She said it's the best salmon she ever had, and I don't like salmon. That's why I don't usually cook it. But I was like, hey, I'm learning.
I'm just not a big fan of fish at all. Like salmon, mahi, whatever, unless it's fried, which I could deal with that. But grilled, anything, I just don't get behind, man. I want to. I mean, it looks healthy. Everybody seems to like it, but I can't seem to get there.
See, and that's what we had for lunch today. Is we had fresh crappie that I breaded up last night, and we fried it up for lunch today at the shop. So,
yeah, fried fish is the killer stuff, man.
Fish and chips, baby.
But I love anything shellfish, though. Shrimp, lobster, all the crabs. Dude, I go nuts on that stuff.
Yeah, you've had crabs for years, haven't you?
Well, I don't usually cook those ones. There's something about putting them in the boiling water. It just hurts a little bit.
Yeah, I hear you.
They got a special shampoo seasoning for those.
Mike, Chef Johnny put in there.
Yeah.
You saw it?
No, I'm not looking.
No, Chef Don, he put zesty Italian and so fajita season works great in a pinch, which makes sense completely. There's a lot of flavor. See, Jeremy T said fresh snapper and grouper is delicious. I'm sure anything fresh is obviously a lot better than what you can get out of the grocery case, right?
I'm a big seafood fan, man. I love seafood. Born and raised down here. I've been eating fish and stone crabs and lobster. Well, Florida lobster anyway.
I dig those stone crabs, Mike.
Man, those stone crabs are amazing. It's absolutely delicious.
We go to Joe's in Caesar's Palace in Vegas, and it's an offshoot of the one in Florida.
In Miami Beach.
Yeah. I definitely want to get there one of these days, but I got me some crabs.
Yeah. So let me tell you a little story. So it's probably 10 years ago. This guy that one of my customers used to be the general manager of Joe's Stone Crabs in Miami Beach. And he told me, hey, whenever you want to go to Joe's, let me know. I know everybody over there. Because it's a place to go. Like it's a lot of famous people go there. If you don't have reservations, they don't make reservations. First of all, they don't take reservations. So unless you know somebody, you're not getting in. Basically, one of those type of deals. So I called him up and I said, hey, I want to go. So he was like, all right, what day? My birthday, which is Halloween.
Nice.
That's my birthday. He was like, okay, how many? 2. Me and my ex-wife at the time, or ex-wife now, but at the time, my wife. Great. What time? I don't know, 8 o'clock. He was like, all right. He was like, do you know how this works? I'm like, no, I do not. He's like, all right, so you're going to walk up and there's going to be a maitre d', and you're going to be in line, right, to talk to the maitre d' to get your table. You may have to wait in line. There may be nobody. I'm not sure. He was like, so you just walk up to the guy, you give him your name, and whatever he tells you, you do. If he tells you to go sit in the bar and wait for an hour, you go sit in the bar and wait for an hour. I said, okay, great, thanks. So me and my ex go there, and sure enough, we get there. There's probably 6 people in line. We stand in line. We get up to the maitre d'. He's in a tuxedo to the nines. This young kid, probably 25 years old, tall, good-looking guy. I walk up, give him my name. He was like, oh, okay. He was like, it's a 2.5-hour wait. Why don't you go ahead and wait at the bar? I said, okay, no problem. So me and my ex go to the bar to wait, and she's like, I am not sitting here for 2.5 hours. This is ridiculous. What kind of hookup is this? She starts going all crazy. And so we go to the bar. I'm like, honey, relax. We sit down. We have a drink, or we order a drink. Before the drink comes up, they call my name, and we go and sit down and have our dinner. So then he's like, my friend who hooked me up, he actually was there that night. He came to the table. He told me hello, whatever. And I asked him, I said, what about the tip? What do I do about the tip? He was like, whatever you think, whatever you want to give, just give. I'm like, when do I give it to him? I have no idea. He was like, on the way out. On the way out, you say thank you, you shake his hand, and slip him whatever you want to slip him. So on the way out, walking by, I see the maitre d'. He's like, hey, Mr. So-and-so, thank you for coming tonight. Did you see Mr. George? He was here tonight. I was like, yeah, I did. He was like, great, have a great night. I shook his hand, slipped him the tip, and I walked out. People are looking at me like I'm like some kind of big shot. And meanwhile, we go and get in our Honda Accord and drive home. But, man, let me tell you, it was fun. We had a great time. That place is awesome.
Memories and experiences. It's all about the memories and experiences.
Yeah, exactly. Those kind of experiences they stick with you, don't they?
They sure do, man.
Oh man, that's awesome. Oh boy.
Hey, CJ, I got a Bogart because I got a really good pairing with this I want to talk about for a second.
All right.
So the Drew Estates Java that I'm smoking, the Maduro, nice coffee flavor. It's got some pepperiness to it, but it's got, because it is Maduro, it's got that dark leathery kind of flavor. What I really like about the Maduros is they're just like unapologetic as shit. They are what they are.
Right.
Don't talk bad about the Maduros, man. That's exactly what I was fixing to say about this. I'm about halfway through my my Davidoff, and yeah, I'm getting the pepper.
There you go, T-Roy.
I'm getting the leather, and definitely some coffee. It's I'm still getting some spice though. It's good. I'm really liking this one, man.
There's
next time, Troy, when I come over, I'm going to bring some of this Stolen 11 because it's like a s'mores, and I really like it. But whenever you smoke it with Maduro, it brings out some of the sweetness, and it brings out the smoky kind of charred marshmallow flavor. These two together just rocking.
Hey Ryan, I finished off that Woodford Reserve, so I'm fixing to go with some of this Slain right here, man.
All right,
appreciate you. Hook me up.
I'll be right back. Someone's knocking at the door.
Is someone ringing the bell?
That boy right there is a quick learner.
You learn real quick.
Guys, people in the chat, if you have any questions about cigars or whiskey, please throw them in there. We have a lot of great minds that are in there. Hey, someone mute Mike, dude. That was pretty loud, him pissing out there, I guess. I have a buddy of mine that just showed up. His name's Emilio. He's just grabbing a cigar. He's going to sit here and chat with us. He smokes cigars all the time, big whiskey drinker.
Awesome.
So we got more the merrier. Hopefully he doesn't knock over my setup. Oh, man. Brian, I love those Java ones. I never think to buy them anymore, but I used to order off of cigar.com, and I would always get a handful of them, and I really did love them. I love cigar and coffee, and that's just how it rolls.
Yeah, these are just great. And what's really crazy about these is a lot of like the cigar, the coffee cigars or some of the flavored ones, it doesn't really come through in the smell. This is one of the few cigars that smells a lot like it tastes. So yeah, around it smells good.
Right on.
Yeah,
Hey,
Drew
Ryan.
Estates did a really great job with those.
Ryan, I appreciate you turning me on to this Slain, man. This is some good stuff right here, man.
Glad you like it. Once I get done with my Stolen, I'll get in with the Slain with you. I think I got a little bit left.
Sorry, guys. Right here on the other side of this wall is kind of a little thoroughfare through our neighborhood. So you hear some cars going by, or every once in a while a motorcycle goes by. It is what it is.
It's the ninjas. Look out for the ninjas, man.
What's that?
It's the ninjas.
Yeah, the ninjas.
We talked about the pot smokers on the other side of the wall last time. That's why he's sitting so close to the wall.
Yeah, I haven't seen them back.
Now, I will say on this Davidoff, I keep losing the fire, man. This is like the third time I'm having to light it. Of course, it's kind of windy out here, so.
All right. You have a seat? Let's see where you show up on there. Everybody, this is my buddy Emilio. Say hi.
Emilio, what's up, brother?
What's up, Emilio?
What's up, fellas?
Right on.
We're talking about our cigars here.
Oh my gosh.
And our whiskeys. Oh, you need to light this thing.
Got it.
Right. Emilio works with me in the mortgage biz.
Whoa, wait.
We're sorry.
We're sorry. See,
CJ.
This is why we drink and we smoke.
Does he work with you?
No, he works even less than I do.
If he only
That's
works
not
20
possible.
hours a week, and I work less. You don't get mad.
No, he's a divisional regional big wig over at Homebridge Financial Services, where we all work, and he's in sales. I think you actually gave me that one. Not the lighter, the cigar.
Oh, the cigar, yeah.
Yeah. Emilio's got a Lagoria Cubana.
Oh, great.
You get those in bulk, don't you?
Thompson Cigars.
Thompson Cigar, yeah.
Yep. Cheers, fellas. For everyone in the
Yeah,
video.
welcome. You know you're live in the cover right now. Okay. Oh, Charlie's gonna knock over my laptop.
Oh yeah, this is awesome. The setup.
Yeah.
I love it.
This is janky as can be, man, but it's what it is.
You know, it works.
It works.
So what's the topic tonight outside of cigars?
Well, we're talking about the cigars and whiskey we're drinking, and then I believe everybody on here enjoys barbecue. Johnny Maggs, the guy in the dark there, has a Pit Life Barbecue podcast, and I've been on his show before. He's been on the hot seat. Troy T-Roy Cooks. He's the godfather of YouTube cooking, YouTube barbecue. That's Troy. Cheers to you.
Cheers, everybody.
Ryan. Ryan, say something. Say hi.
Cheers, y'all.
There you go. Ryan is whiskey and barbecue. Ryan every Wednesday reviews a whiskey.
Really?
Yeah, on his channel. Let's
All
see.
right.
Yeah, he's pretty hardcore. Get out of
He
here.
is.
Go.
He's definitely a good person to know. Then.
Oh man, his palate is refined as can be.
Yeah, lots of my friends like having me as friends.
Yeah, if you look at his setup in his it's your garage or your man cave or whatever it is.
What, where we do the whiskeys?
Yeah, where you do your whiskeys, where they're all behind you and stuff.
That's my garage.
Is that where you did the hot seat? You're up when you were on a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that was in my garage.
Okay.
And then Kent, say hi.
Hello.
Hey.
Kent's my co-host on the hot seat. Yeah, so he's on there with me every week. And then Mike, say hi. There's Mike.
Cheers.
Mike, he's in Miami.
Oh, right
And
on.
his channel's Cooking with Big Cat
I
305.
mean, Miami. That's great cigars out there.
Yep, he's puffing on a Cohiba,
Of
course, making the rest of us jealous.
I know.
So the rest of us have to smoke them American cigars, or Dominican, Nicaragua.
Yeah.
And then we were kind of talking about what we got on the pits this weekend, what we're gonna cook. I just used that. My kettle's right over there with the rotisserie attachment.
All right on.
So we just tried that. I got the rotisserie thing for my birthday, so that was cool.
Well, I'm an amateur barbecue, not even close to how professional Justin is.
And I'm not even close to how professional all these fine gentlemen are. Kent is the one I always go to for quick texting, like, shit, this is going to burn up. What do I do now? Or whatever. So Kent's helped me a lot in my barbecue career.
I do cook, though, just traditional, like, chef type of stuff. Not in the barbecue as much. That's why I'm learning, hanging out with you. So
he comes over. He lives right couple streets down or whatever, and comes over, eats the food every once in a while, gets to enjoy the good times.
yeah, I don't come for the cooking. I just come for the eating.
The eating part, exactly. Son of a pizza man's in the house. What's up, Chef Johnny? Take care. Again, congratulations on your anniversary. That's awesome.
Happy anniversary, Chef.
Happy anniversary, Chef.
Yeah, happy anniversary. Yeah.
Happy anniversary, Chef.
See, this is the chat right now. So all that's going on right now. Guys, homeboy over here just bought a 36-inch Blackstone too.
Oh,
It's
hey.
the stuff you can do. It's like insane.
Yep. Kent has a couple Blackstones. Mike on the end, his channel is basically all Blackstone, right, Mike?
Yep.
That's kind of what we decided you going with. He has a 22-inch Blackstone. And guys, do me a favor. Anybody in the chat, we're trying to get Mike to 1,000 subscribers.
Please do. I need it.
He's at like
I'm at 960 something now, and
right? Guys, click the link below. Hit show more. Click the link below. Subscribe to Big Cat 305. Cooking with Big Cat 305.
Thank you, CJ.
Yeah, we'll get you up there. And then we'll start working on the hours. Kent's at 1,000 subscribers, but he's working on getting his hours so he can get monetized. T-Roy's been monetized since God was a child.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
T-Roy's the man.
I've been doing this for a long time, guys.
T-Roy's been doing this since
2012. 2012.
Way too long.
That was a few years ago.
That was just a few years ago. T-Roy has 200 and some odd thousand subscribers that follow him. Brian from Whiskey and Barbecue, he has a couple buddies that do the show with them. Is Evan still there, Ryan?
No, Evan had to go put his kids to bed, and it's pizza movie night, so he's probably watching a movie with his wife.
Right on. Nice. Ryan, you're monetized now, right? You hit your
yeah.
You got where you need to be.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
I should be there by Sunday, hopefully.
Paulie Q, thanks a lot. Paulie Q just subscribed to you. Paul's Q.
Thank you. I saw that. Thank you.
Yeah.
What's the stats now that you have to have before you can be monetized?
It's 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time
in a year period. So
in a year period. I started in January, and I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. I'm more than double the watch hours that I need. So the watch hours are okay. It's just the subscribers part.
Well, we were talking about that last night.
Yeah.
That your Blackstone videos have gotten tons and tons of views. So the watch hours came pretty quickly for him.
Yeah.
But getting the 1,000 subscribers is where you need to be.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I love my grill. It's
the Blackstone's awesome,
dude. I mean,
I think there's a spot over there if you want to bring it by.
Let me tell you, after I cook like 5 or 6 things on it, I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do now? I got nothing else left to do, But I said after I got it, I did like 6 or 7. I don't want to call them cooks because I know. Listen, I like to smoke stuff. I like to grill stuff, and that was kind of my thing before I got this Blackstone. But after like the 6th or 7th, thing that I cooked on it, I said, what am I going to do now? There's like nothing left, but you just get creative and have fun with it. It's the possibilities are endless. You just have to get creative.
It's
Mike,
true.
Mike, have you done a pizza on your Blackstone yet?
No, I have not, but I have cooked pizza on my Kamado grill. I used to have an Acorn, and I had 2 Acorns actually. I rusted out 2 of them. That's how long I've been doing this. And then I bought a char broil Commander, and I have that now. And I've cooked some pizzas on that, and they came out amazing.
You can cook pizza on the Blackstone.
I know. I've been watching, and I'm gonna do that. That's it's on my list.
You can cook pizza on the Blackstone?
Absolutely, for sure.
Yes, I've done it.
You could definitely do that. Yeah.
You could I have a cover, right?
Yeah.
So you're crisping up the bottom, right? You're crisping up the bottom, and then you put the cover on the top. It melts the top,
It
right?
helps melt the cheese, yeah.
Yeah. Is that how you did it, Kent?
Yeah, and then I actually, to get that nice dark golden brown on the cheese, I actually used my torch on mine.
Nice.
I didn't have a cover at the time.
Whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes.
No, and Shane, never trust the skinny chef. Shane, he had a weed burner that he used off a 20-pound bottle. I think shot a flame like 2 feet long. But all that's going to do is give you the color of for your cheese on the top.
Right.
But I didn't have at the time a cover big enough to fit a pizza. So I just took a full hotel pan, one of the aluminum disposable ones, and I used that as a lid on the Blackstone.
Right.
See, the 22-inch comes with a built-in lid that you can cover it with, but
Right.
it's not really like it doesn't seal like it should. So it's not going to give it the heat that it needs.
When you're doing the pizza on the Blackstone, though, you need a little venting to let that steam out.
Right.
So it might work perfect.
Or your crust is going to be cracked. So
I have to experiment with that.
And CJ, just for the record, CJ, I have 3 Blackstones. Thank you.
He has 3 Blackstones.
Oh wow! Yeah, I did the
Give me one, Kent. I don't have any.
massive amount of food. Like the other day, I had my son's friends, like 17, 16-year-old kids that eat like a ton. So I had massive amount of food on it for breakfast. So and it was like fantastic.
Yeah, Kate goes live on Saturdays most of the time and does breakfast on there.
Oh my god, I did bacon, sausage, eggs, hash brown, pancakes. I mean, it was like
It was just insane.
Yeah. And it
That,
wasn't
because that 36 inches, it's fucking huge.
yeah. And it didn't take a long time, and it was just like
That'll get you some views.
yeah.
Well, he's not even on YouTube. He's just doing the dang thing. He's just like
I'm just saying that seems to be the kind of one of the things that the people that cook like a ton of food, like a huge amount of food on the Blackstone, that gets a lot of views usually.
Hey, you know my best viewed Blackstone video, because I have just the 17-inch one, is chili dogs.
Chili dogs.
Like bacon wrapped chili dogs. I did
That was a great.
Those are like the ones that you get outside of
like the danger
Staples.
dog. Yeah, danger dogs. Yeah. So I
The
Mrs.
grilled onions, the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mrs. CJ found bacon wrapped hot dogs at the store. We brought, obviously, I took them and put them on the Blackstone.
easy way.
Did Hormel chili. Right, no beans. Any of you guys are
I
pro
like beans. I like beans.
You like beans, all right.
Beans with my chili.
And then I did grilled onions.
Must.
And dude, that was a cheese. And then I did it. That's gotten it's like 800,000 views or something like that.
No shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's insane. Just cheap ass chili dogs. Didn't cost nothing. It took 10 minutes to make. You know, it took an hour to film it because you know how it goes.
People love chili dogs, man. I did a chili dog, and that's one of my best videos for sure.
Even my thumbnail has the cheese that it's straight out the cheese out of the bag. I didn't grate the stuff. It's not melted yet, but I did the best I could with the thumbnail, and it's got tons of views. Man. It is what it is. It's funny that Blackstone. Troy, I'm surprised you don't have a Blackstone yet, man.
Yeah. What is a Blackstone?
He doesn't need to have a Blackstone, man. He's already got it going on over there.
Troy can take something out of it and put it in the microwave, and he'll get 1 million views on it because everybody loves friggin' Troy, dude. Troy is
the Godfather.
The Godfather, right? Everybody wants to give Troy a big old hug.
CJ, you know what my most watched video now is?
What's that?
It's a cabbage soup diet recipe.
No shit.
That's hilarious.
And it's the most by a lot. It's not like
really,
it's by a lot.
Cabbage soup diet recipe.
It sounds gross, actually.
It's actually a great soup. But
It doesn't sound great. We got to be honest.
people want to lose weight and they watch that video. It just took off this past Thanksgiving. It had like 3,000 views on it, and it sat there for like 3 years and didn't do anything, and then just went viral.
That's awesome, man.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Well, hey, whatever works, man. Dude, turn it this way a little bit.
Helps me get new equipment.
All right, we gotta do it. We gotta post for the gram.
Really?
Yeah.
Selfie pause?
Hey, like you got anything better to do?
Troy and I just sitting here while y'all talk about the Blackstones. Like
We got Charlie.
Yeah, Blackstone.
So hey, you know that the Royal Gourmet cheap ass offset I got? I did a couple videos on it, right?
I saw that. I saw your videos.
Right? Okay, so one of the guys who runs marketing for Royal Gourmet hit me up, said they want to have more of a presence on social media. So he said I could have whatever I want off their website. And so I chose
What did you request?
a combo. Well, I was just going to say that. They have an 8-burner Blackstone.
No way.
8 burners. It takes two propane tanks.
How big is it?
Oh, it's got to be, what, 6 feet across?
Oh, my God.
Jesus Christ.
It's ridiculous. I did not get that because I don't have room for it.
I have room.
You can make room.
You make room for that. Well,
Where you're sitting right now is a perfect spot. Just move your chair and put it there.
Seriously.
You're welcome to come and film at my house anytime. Just leave it there.
Just leave it there? All right.
Yeah.
Well, the next time I get a free something. Seriously, where my foot is, I'm hanging off the jacuzzi right now. Like, I am the little patio right here, jacuzzi. Like, right here, jacuzzi, you know. There ain't a whole lot of room to do some cooking over here. But what I was saying is I requested, there's a gas grill, charcoal grill combination.
What?
Yeah, so I got that. Or I asked them for it. I don't know if they're going to send it yet or not, whatever. But Troy, if I get offered another something or other, do you want me to send the Blackstone-ish thing to you?
Sure, man. Sure, that'll work.
All right.
Hey, I just got a notification that the International Space Station's passing overhead. I got to go watch it. I'll be right back.
All right, no problem.
What?
Wow, that's better than someone's knocking on the door.
All right. So
you gotta give him props on creativity right there.
Creativity, man.
Absolutely.
That's a new one right there. Troy, that is awesome. All right.
Do y'all remember? Do y'all know what Troy's first YouTube channel was?
What's that?
Do you know what Troy's first YouTube channel was?
No.
It's Space Cowboy.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He did all the space stuff. He is a huge astronomy guy.
Really?
There you go. So it's not an excuse.
Yeah, that's how he got started, and he did that for like a year before he started doing his cooking. Before he started cooking for his kid. Right
on. All right, guys. While we were chatting here, we got a couple more people in the chat. We got Canadian Jim, Mike Montoya, the guy who gives. He's in 29 Palms. He gives $29 super shots every hot tea we do because it has to be $29 because he lives from 29 Palms. All right,
29 stumps.
Let's see here. Polly Q's gonna do a black. Polly Q's here. Daddy Credible. I think that's Ted. Daddy Credible is Ted. Kent, help me out.
Don't remember.
All right, Daddy Credible. Throw your name in there, brother. I totally forgot. But I think we booked him for the hot seat. It's all about the rack. Just sub the Polly. All right, guys. Keep subbing to Mike over there at Big Cat 305. We're trying to get him to 1,000 subscribers. Let's see here. We have 20 in the chat. Welcome everybody. I appreciate you guys being here. There's a bit of form to this that we want to talk about. The cigars. Oh, Todd, not Ted. Todd, sorry. Thinking of another channel. We're talking about the cigars. We're talking about the whiskey, but we're also just having a good time chatting. So just roll with it, guys. Roll with it. I think next time, we'll have it on Ryan's channel. Ryan, you get the host next time.
I'll Ryan.
I think you just found out about that.
No. Well, remember we were talking earlier that I've got a bunch of stuff coming up over the next month or two.
Oh, so, that's right. You're going to be gone.
Yeah, I'm not even home a Friday in the next 2 months.
All right, Troy, you're up. You get the host.
I can't, man. Me and Justin are going to meet my grandma in Louisiana, so I'll be out of town next weekend.
I heard about that, man. That's awesome.
Where'd you hear about that?
That's cool, man.
Where did you hear about that? I ain't told nobody.
I saw it on. He commented on one of his videos or something, or in Instagram or Facebook or something.
Damn it, Justin!
Did I just get Justin in trouble? My bad.
Yeah. Can't trust anybody these days, man.
Justin, if you're catching this on the replay, my bad.
My grandma is 93 years old. She's 93, and Justin wanted to meet her, and she wanted to meet Justin real bad. She follows his channel, and she's always on Facebook commenting with my fans. She's all into it, man. 93-year-old grandma. Lovely.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna go. I told Justin I was gonna bring him down there and meet her, and we're gonna do that next weekend.
Right on. That's sweet, man. All right, so all about the rack is Ted. That incredible is Todd. It's so much easier when it's just Chris and Mike. We could just figure that out easily.
Duly noted.
I should have never told you my first name. I'm just kidding.
All right, so guys, we're all about halfway through our cigars. Let's talk about it. Troy, go ahead. Get started, brother.
I got a nub left over here, man. I about got a quarter of it left, I guess. It's actually it's still the same as it was about halfway through. I'm getting the pepper. I'm getting the leather. A lot of leather now. I'm still getting coffee tones too, and I'm not a huge coffee fan myself, but it's good in this cigar. Right. And there's still like some kind of a spicy note to it. I can't place the spice. It's maybe it's the pepper.
Maybe.
Is that
all right?
Troy?
Right.
Did you say pepper and leather
with the AH? Johnny Mac.
It's pepper.
Pepper. All right, Johnny Mac.
Man, I'm from the South. It's pepper.
It's pepper. Straight up pepper. You got to hear Johnny Mag's talk. Johnny Mags, tell us about your cigar, brother.
It's a little on the medium side, not too heavy. Got a lot of change. You started getting a bit of leather to it. Still had a good strong cedar to it. Just a great cigar. Cigar. There it is. I was waiting. You were the first.
I needed you to say something with a friggin' A in it, man.
Everything I say has an A in it.
Cigar, go to the bar.
If you say Troy, it doesn't have an A in it.
Troy, there you go, Troy. See, I said that normal.
You said that normal. There you go.
All right, Ryan, talk about that Java.
Done.
It's done. Are you ready for number 2?
I am. I'm going to go ahead and cut one of my Hemingway short stories. Hey, Troy, are you still drinking the Slain, or are you done with that one already?
I'm actually done. I'm fixing to refill, though.
Awesome. Cheers.
What is
Slain? Slain?
Slain Irish whiskey. Let's see if Troy can remember what I taught him about it.
All right,
Actually,
Troy, talk about Slain.
I'll fill in the gaps.
Never heard of it, actually.
It's it goes great with cigars, guys. It's really smooth though. I really do like this, and I appreciate you turning me on to it, Ryan. It's shortbread flavored. You know, like the Girl Scout cookies, the shortbread cookies.
Oh, okay.
Is that right, Ryan?
Yeah, that's what I get.
I'm getting some bacon flavor out of it. I'm picking up some pork spare rib out of it. Maybe a little bit.
Are you just talking about lunch?
Oh my God! Maybe some garlic in there. I just know it goes down real smooth, man. It's real good.
What I noticed is, Troy, you're drinking it neat. Ryan, you're drinking yours neat, right?
Yeah.
I gotta have ice and a little bit of splash in mine. Does that make us bad people? Because I know you have some ice in yours. Ryan, talk about it, buddy.
All right, so here's the science behind it. Rule number one, however you like to drink it, drink it. It's yours to drink. Enjoy it.
Sure.
So, quick science. If something is below 60 degrees, you can't taste everything in it. That's why one of the beers in the world that has to be drank cold the entire time, if you ever drink it not cold, it tastes like just piss.
Right.
So whenever you drink something neat or just slightly chilled, like 80 degrees, you get more of the flavors that are in it, and you get more of the mid-tone kind of flavors and the top and bottom. So, and Troy can probably talk about this, whenever he had that the first time, It's whenever we did the meetup, and it was like stupid cold outside.
It was snowing and sleeting.
It was snowing and sleeting on us.
Yeah.
So the bottle itself was actually really cold, and we did the video, and after it was done, I told him like, hey, go back to that tomorrow once it's warmed up and drink it again, and it's going to taste really different. It's going to have some of the pepper flavors coming out, some of the shortbread. It's going to have a little bit of sweetness running through it, some honey kind of flavor to it. But it's got, for an Irish, it's got a little bit of a smoke flavor to it. So whenever you do it with a cigar, it brings out a lot of that sweetness with it.
I still taste some cinnamon in it too, just so you know.
That's all good.
I love that you described it with a bit of baby back rib in it and some garlic.
Well, yeah, no, everything tastes like bacon, man.
Hey, Troy, next time I come over, you remember Josh who came to your house and got you a little drunk that night?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, I got a barrel pick bottle that he did for Iron Root.
Hey.
And this one is sitting at 122.75 proof.
Woo, son.
No.
Did you stretch a little bit before you run?
I need to stay away from Josh, man. Josh is bad for me, man.
Josh hurt Troy. It was funny.
Yeah, I assume we're not talking about Josh, right?
No, we're talking about Josh Galladay. Actually, you need to get Josh on your channel, CJ, and have him in the hot seat.
All right.
Yeah, he's Cask Strength is his channel.
Oh, you know, I think I saw him on that meetup video. So
yeah, Josh, he drinks the hard stuff, man.
If you watch the video of Troy's where we did the brisket on the egg and we had the 3 or 4 steaks before that, we shot that over at Josh's house, and we had a lot of whiskeys that day too.
Hard stuff is what I had.
Hey, we smoked peach that next day too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here, have you tried the Booker's bourbon, Ryan?
Which one?
Which one?
Yes, I've had a couple different.
I don't know, man. It was
okay.
They gave it to me in a glass.
Yeah, it was extremely harsh.
Okay, so there's regular Booker's that just has like a white and red, or a black and red label with a black, red and white label with a P on it. That's Booker's. But they also have a bunch of specialty batches they release. They do like 4 or 5 editions a year, and I've had a few of those.
Johnny Maggs, you got a little close up there, buddy.
Yeah, I had to move inside. I'm getting my ass kicked by the mosquitoes.
Oh, there you go.
Plant lemongrass outside.
Is that what it takes to get mosquitoes away? Is lemongrass?
Yeah. So, well, now I've got a new patio built. That's why my lighting is so good out here, and I have fans that are going the entire time, so it keeps everything off. Troy, you got to come out here and see this new patio, dude. It's nice.
Just need everybody, man.
I know.
We're actually at the end of the month. We're putting we have a patio yonder, and we're putting 2 fans up underneath it too. Makes
a huge difference. But lemongrass, cilantro, rosemary, and else actually.
Hammock that Mrs. CJ likes to hang out in, and while I cook. So the grill, I have 5 grills set up over here, and then all blow smoke wherever she's at, and she gets pissy the whole time. So
we don't want her pissy.
We don't want her pissy. No.
Hey, Ryan, I think you're talking about citronella.
Citronella, yeah, I have that kettle over there. But I thought the fans would really help keep the flies away.
We do actually. We have some at home. Actually helps a lot.
Yeah, fans make a huge difference. I'm really glad whenever we did our patio, we put the fans on here. I got 2 giant 60-inch fans. Makes a world of difference.
It helps with mosquitoes also.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I'll get out here and I'll have cigars and we'll be sitting there bullshitting or whatever, and my legs will be beat to hell by the time we get back in.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, man. All over.
Mosquitoes and flies, they don't like the wind too much.
Right.
Yeah, I got to keep the air moving. I went ahead and lit up one of my short stories again. I love this flavor.
How does it contrast with the Java you smoke?
So the Java has obviously had the coffee flavor. It had the chocolatey, the really dark notes to it. The short stories, more like a Robusto. It's kind of a mild cigar. Following that, it kind of a mushroomy, earthy taste. So it's not as bold, but it's still good. And it goes better with the slain than it would have with the stolen. I think the stolen would have been too sweet.
Now, do any of you guys have cigars with coffee? Like,
coffee.
no, not in coffee, with coffee. Like, instead of whiskey, you drink coffee with cigars.
Yeah.
All the time.
I enjoy it myself.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
Does it count if there's whiskey in the coffee or just coffee?
You know, hey, whatever works, man.
Because whiskey's a condiment for me.
No, it just goes well with everything.
Yeah, it goes great with everything.
Oh, I love it. That's funny, man.
That and Frank's Red Hot. I mean, it works.
You put that shit on everything. It's true.
Absolutely.
I'm not a coffee drinker, so I'd say no to that. No.
So, all right. Well, Troy, what do you drink when you're looking to get pepped up, man? Like, people have a glass of coffee, get going. I drink Red Bull like it's water. What do you enjoy?
I just drink a Coke or some nice Southern sweet tea, man.
All right. I love me some sweet tea. Sweet tea is what's at. All day, every day, I'll drink that stuff.
Yeah, so thick with sugar, it's almost like syrup.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm kidding. Not that thick. No.
That's it. All right. Well, my Tempest, we're kind of dusting up too. It opened up quite a bit. It's not as hard. The pepper's kind of gone. The pepper's kind of gone next time.
Attaboy.
It's just kind of a bag right now. It's real nice and smooth. Talk about your Gloria.
Yeah, this is actually a very mild cigar. It's a Dominican wrap cigar. It really is not super strong. It's a good 20-minute cigar, light wrap. I enjoy it.
Yep.
Gloria Cubana.
I usually have some for you whenever you come over. So
yeah. So,
CJ, I will say this Davidoff, I started it right when we started. It was like an hour and 40 minutes ago, and I've got a nub left, but it's still going.
Yeah, same here. What did we start? We started at 6. 6 my time is 7:41. We've been almost on 2 hours, give or take. So the cigars I buy usually are longer cigars.
Yeah.
Like, I want to sit out here and enjoy. I want to sit out here and enjoy the time, the light, the fresh air while we're smoking cigars.
It's an oxymoron.
It is an oxymoron, but that's all right.
It's all good.
Cheers, everybody.
Learned the other day.
Cheers.
Cheers.
By the way,
My house.
By the way, my Havana Club is 61 degrees, just so you know.
Yes.
Okay.
Because he's in Miami and he's close to Cuba.
Yeah,
No, but there's a Cuban there that made it 61 degrees, so it's a perfect temperature.
Perfect.
I had a guest about Father's Day weekend, and they stayed the weekend with us. He brought about, 30 cigars that were Cuban cigars, and we smoked them all throughout the weekend. It was just the three of us, and my cousin, he's Cuban. And but one of the things I did not know was that he enjoys having some dark chocolate or chocolate while smoking cigars and scotch.
That's interesting.
And it actually enhances the flavor of the scotch while you're smoking your cigar. They had no idea, and when he brought him over, he brought several bars of this chocolate, and I was like, what is that for? And I never knew. But since then, I'll occasionally have a little bit of dark chocolate with my scotch and a cigar.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried that, Max?
Yeah. What I do, I'm a huge fan of the Padron Anniversarios. the 1964s or the 1926s. And the Steakhouse Morton's, they have this dessert. It's like a raspberry molten chocolate cake. And back in the day, when you could still smoke in the restaurants, we'd go down there for dinner, and it paired perfect. That molten chocolate cake brought out these raspberry notes of a 1964 Padron, and it was outstanding.
No, those are
Sounds amazing. Sounds amazing.
Yeah. So for me, it was a unique experience, and it was a good experience. This was just happened on Father's Day weekend. All these years, I didn't even know. So
I had no clue.
That was a great combination that I didn't know existed.
All right, so a question from the chat: have you guys ever tried Bullet Bourbon? I mean, I have.
Yes.
You have. Have you guys tried Bullet Bourbon?
Yes.
What do you guys think of Bullet Bourbon?
It's
Ryan,
high test.
Am I going first or am I going last?
Ryan, influence us all. Tell us what you think, brother.
Let's get it from the expert.
So Bullet's a really good bourbon. It's like you with your Crown, CJ. You're going to get the same thing everywhere, every time, without fail. Bullet. If you look for bottles of bourbon and you see them where they say distilled in Indiana, Bullet's one of those. It's a Midwest Grand Producers of Indiana. It's a big clearinghouse where a lot of bourbons and things like that are distilled and shipped all over the country and bottled. Bullet does a lot of the stuff with them, or they get their stuff imported and they bottle it and do finishing on it. So Bullet's their stuff, but it's always consistent. So if you like Bullet, look for something that says distilled in Indiana, and it's going to have a lot of the same flavors. It might be finished a little bit different, might have a little different stuff going on in it, but for the most part, it's going to be 80% the same.
All right, very cool. That gives you kind of, it's a good price.
So it's a good, steady, good
bourbon.
Yeah, you're going to get the same thing everywhere.
It's like you said, the Crown. I drink Crown Royal all the time. I love Crown Royal. I know Daryl from Bad Beast Barbecue. He drinks Crown all the time. We talk about it. He was supposed to be on here tonight. He's a big cigar guy, but he just had shoulder surgery, and he's high on painkillers right now. He didn't want to come on.
All right, on. It would have been fun though.
It would have been fun. All right, so we got Chilling and Grilling with Rob D's in the house. What up, Big Rob? How you doing, brother? He asked if we ever tried Mama Juana. I'm assuming he's meaning marijuana. The devil's lettuce, if you will.
My line of work, I can't do that. So no.
You cannot have the devil's lettuce.
I cannot.
No. Yeah, same here, man. Hey, yeah. I'm trying out this new Ashton.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
This is an Ashton VSG. It's one of my favorites. I finished off that Davidoff. We're gonna fire this baby up and see what it's like.
Right. Is that the VSG or the ESG?
V.
Okay.
It's the V, man.
Oh, Mama Juana
there
is
you go.
Liqueur. All right, good. So I've never tried Dominican liqueur. Mama Juana is a Dominican liqueur. You know what, Troy? Those Ashtons. Every time I go to Vegas, we go to Casa Puente. It's also in Caesar's Palace, and we usually go after we've had a meal of some sort. And I go in and I talk. There's a guy working the humidor. I said, I just need a nice, smooth, even smoke. I don't want the pepper. I don't want to get fired up. And he always directs me towards those Ashtons for some reason. So
yeah, they're very, very smooth, man. They're real smooth, and I just love the flavor of the Ashton.
Yeah, me too.
Actually, I like Davidoff better, but they're more expensive than the Ashtons.
Right.
You know, so
there's a lot of little Davidoff stores in Vegas casinos. Yeah. So I see those all over the place. I would love to get a box of them and just have them, but again, you don't want to spend $300 on a box or whatever.
Well, you can share it.
Why not?
I will share. Yeah.
And say, hey, I'm buying a box. I did a half of it.
Yeah, that's right. You get the Cuban hookup too.
Yeah, I got the Cuban.
We need to get some. My box is almost empty. I need to get more. I need to get more cigars.
Do we get to laugh if Kent falls asleep and falls out of his chair?
Absolutely.
I'm good. Kent's had a long day. He had to work today.
You did it?
Only half a day. Then I had to drive.
And then he had to drive. I worked from there. I worked from home.
Yeah, you worked with probably getting a teddy with your feet in the spot.
Hey, I only do that when Mr. CJ's in town.
What's in the red cup? That's what I'm curious about.
What's that?
Like velvet nice.
I have the Crown Royal Bourbon Mash.
Ah,
What do you think about that, Kent? What do you like about it?
It's wet.
It's wet. It gets you drunk. You like it? Perfect.
Actually, you know, it to me, it's really similar to Jack Daniels.
All right.
So, I don't know. My palate's not as good as it was because I ate too many spicy foods over the years. So,
fair enough. Mike, tell us about that. Are you still puffing on that Cohiba?
Cohiba is done.
Are you gonna go get another one?
I may not. I don't know. It's hot out here, man. I gotta be honest. I'm like wiping off my sweat.
Oh man.
there you go. What's the humidity out there?
It's like 150 humidity. It's not. I'm exaggerating. It feels like it. It's not that bad. The problem is there's no breeze at all.
You just
There's a breeze. It's not bad, but right now there's nothing.
So
It's not that bad. Cool.
You take a shower and then you walk outside and you feel like you need another shower?
I will keep on drinking my 61 degrees Havana Club.
Perfect.
Why you gotta keep digging on me?
That's not digging, man. That's I appreciate. I learned something.
On you. He's showing off.
I learned something. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I do. Trust me.
Nick Blevins said he had some Jim Beam Black the other day. It was pretty good. Wasn't expecting it from Jim. Have you had the Jim Beam Black? Anybody?
no.
No, actually, I have not had the Jim Beam.
I haven't either. Now, is anybody on here enjoy Scotch more than whiskey, or vice versa?
I used to be a Scotch man.
Say that again, Mike.
I used to be a Scotch man. I used to drink Johnny Walker Black, and my grandfather, my late grandfather, used to drink Dewar's. That was his drink, and he's the one who actually turned me on to cigars.
Nice.
And so I started drinking Scotch when he was alive, and we drank together and smoked cigars together. And I drank Johnny Walker Black, and then that was kind of like my drink. And I'll tell you a quick story. I'll try to make it quick. So drinking Johnny Walker Black, that was like my drink. And I used to have accounts that would give me bottles of Johnny Walker Blue.
Which I love, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, how do you not love Johnny Walker Blue, right? So I had a couple bottles of Johnny Walker Blue that I never touched because they're so expensive, and I just like kind of kept them for special occasions. And this one year, this is probably 15 years ago, we had a company Christmas party at my supervisor's country club, and they had a happy hour before the dinner, right? So I'm at the bar with some coworkers, and I order a Johnny Walker Black because that's what I drank at the time. So one of my coworkers, Mitch, who nobody liked Mitch, he's like, why don't you get a Johnny Walker Blue? And I said, well, because I'm drinking a Johnny Walker Black. He was like, you had a good year. Why don't you have it blue? I'm like, you know what? I will have a blue. You know? So I ordered a Johnny Walker Blue. That turned into 2 or 3 Johnny Walker Blues, throughout the night. So the next day, I'm in my office, and this is back when we had beepers, pagers.
Pagers, I love it.
Yeah, exactly. And I get a page from Mitch. Hey, Steve, the big boss, knows you were drinking Johnny Walker Blue last night. I'm like, oh shit. So he walks into my
it went on
office.
the company card.
Yeah, exactly. So he walks into my office with a receipt like this long, this long, and he says, "Hey, Mike, what were you drinking last night?" I'm like, "Scotch." He's like, "What kind of scotch?" "Johnny Walker." "Johnny Walker what?" I'm like, "Johnny Walker Black." He's like, "Did you have any Johnny Walker Blues?" I'm like, "I may have had one or two." He's like, "Do you have any idea how much they cost?" I'm like, "No." He was like, "This is 15 years ago, remind you." He was like, $48 a glass. Woo! And I said, "I'm so sorry. I had no idea. I'll give you the money." And he's like,
that's it.
"Yeah." He's like, no. Don't worry. I'll get my money's worth out of it. So I actually had to ride with him that day to go around to different properties that we were visiting. And the whole day he was like, "So let me ask you a question. Do you normally drink Johnny Walker Blue?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "So was that the first drink you had?" I'm like, "No, I had a Johnny Walker Black." He's like, "Was there something wrong with the Johnny Walker Black? Did it taste funny?" I'm like, "No." He was like, "So what made you go with the Johnny Walker Blue? Did you just want to screw the owners of the company?" I'm like, "No." Oh, it was bad. It was really bad. So
you should have just blamed it on Mitch and moved on.
Yeah, so my nickname after that became Johnny Blue. That was like my nickname for,
That's a great name.
It was a great nickname, and it was all in fun, so we had a good time with it, but yeah. So,
Well, I got a story. We're talking about VIP and tipping and all that stuff. I go to Vegas a lot. We're big Vegas fans. Back in the day, we used to go to a place called Rum Jungle, which is in Mandalay Bay.
That was back in the day.
That's back in the day, right? And that was like Fisher Price's My First Club. Everybody goes there for their first one in Vegas. So we had to hook up there. I had a host that we dealt with all the time. And you're talking about handshaking with the money on the way out. I would shove 100 in his jacket. He's like, "Bro, you don't need to do that. I love you guys." But I'm still friends with them on Instagram. And I don't go clubbing anymore. I can't fucking handle it. But we were there. I took my dad. I took Chuckles. My dad looks like me, only like 70, right? Big boy, beard, looks like Santa Claus. Funny as shit, right? I took Chuckles. My brother was there, a couple of buddies. I wanted to show my dad the VIP experience in the real life, Vegas, whatever. My dad's old school Vegas, downtown, $1.99, steak and eggs, whatever. Right? So I take him this, and the little cigar girl walks around, and we're 2 bottles in of whatever. I don't even know what we're drinking. And the cigar girl walks around, and I get a Macanudo, Hampton Macanudo, probably just a shit cigar. I mean, it was just a Connecticut wrapper, whatever. But I was so drunk at that time that was the best cigar I've ever had in my life, and I needed the box straight away, right? I was like, "Hey, bro, this was back in the mortgage industry when we were making tons of money." I'm like, "Dude, I got the host over, the manager or whatever. I was like, I want to buy a box of cigars from that pig. Will you give me a deal?" Because they're $40. I don't know, whatever the markup is in the club. He's like, "No, I can't do that for you." So I'm like, "All right, I just spent $1,000 on booze. You can't give me some cigars?" "Nope, can't do it." "All right, fuck you. Bring me the box." So I got the bill later, and it was another $600 worth of cigars on there. A box of Macanudos that were just, they're fine cigars or whatever. I ended up handing them out for the rest of the night. To everybody. There was a bachelor party. I'm like, "Hey, have a cigar. You get a cigar. Everybody gets a cigar." That was the biggest waste of money in Vegas thus far, because I didn't get to take them home with me.
There you go.
But it was a good experience. It was a good experience. It was a memory. We were making memories, right, Ryan? It's what you do. And
memories and experiences are what life is all about. You gotta enjoy them.
It was a good time for sure, man.
See? So it's a $600 worth memory.
Yeah.
That's what it
Because
was.
shit, that was
Mid 2000s, like 05,
yeah,
06.
05, 06. Yeah, when we were making real money. You know, the first time I got Emilio's been in the industry a lot longer than I have, right? But you know, I started in the industry when I was 19, and I'm 43 now. So mortgage industry, we've been through the ups and downs and all that stuff. And my first real taste of the ups, when we first started getting kind of like commissions and bonuses and stuff like that, my buddy came up to me. He's like, "I just got a check for 12 grand. What the hell do I do with that?" Let's go to Vegas. We went straight to Vegas. I was like, all right, we're going to Vegas. And that's where the VIP and that's where all the big dinners and you're talking about Morton's. We hit up Hugo's downtown. We'd have steak and lobster every time, hit the clubs. Just a complete waste of money. It was horrible.
But you remember it. You remember it.
Now you're like, oh my gosh, if I only would have saved.
If I only would have saved. Let's see here. Nathan Decking said he's going to be pouring a big drink shortly. Just finish up some homework.
Since Nathan's in here, I have to switch whiskeys. And it might make him leave the chat, but I'm going to do it anyway.
All right. Big waste of money spent on Vegas 99% of the time on strip clubs. You know?
That is true. I mean, that is...
I would go to strip clubs back in the day with all the boys, but I never really enjoyed it. And you guys can talk about it if you've been to strip clubs.
I'm with you, man. It's a waste of money. I haven't been to one in I can't remember how many years, but I always remember leaving $200 to $300 less and thinking, what the hell did I just do?
Well, it was to me it was paying money to get worked up.
Yeah.
So nothing to go home. So there was one time I have some friends from high school that we're all still friends after all these years, and we do one big trip a year, and we call it the Summit, like the Rat Pack days or whatever, dressed in suits and do the whole thing, and we'd always end up at a strip club after the nightclub, and to me, I didn't enjoy it because it was just like I said, you're paying money to get worked up. So I remember there was a danger dog person set up outside.
No way.
Straight up. Someone on a grill in Vegas. Someone set up on the grill on a Blackstone making freaking hot dogs outside of a strip club. So I saw that on the way in, and I'm just sitting there at the strip club. I'm like, I don't want to spend the money. We went outside. We had a limo that night. Grabbed a couple of danger dogs. Ended up in a limo and eating hot dogs the rest of the night. It's just
that's probably money well spent though at the dogs.
Yeah,
eating the dogs.
The dogs was money well spent.
Yeah, for sure.
Until you got hurting the next day.
Yeah, and you're like, why is my belly hurting?
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm done with my whiskey right now. I'm switching over to some beer. I'm doing this Pitmaster beer right here. It's from Twisted X, the local Austin company. And
Troy, say that a little louder, Troy. I don't know what kind it is.
I wanted to mention that this Ashton cigar, the leaves are tightly wrapped. I'm getting a nice draw off this cigar right here. I love it.
Are you working for it? Like, are you really like?
Yeah, I'm having a suck for it. Yeah. Yeah.
This
This one is pretty much.
It's really tightly wrapped, and I'm having to really kind of suck on it. And I've got one of these. Things, I put the hole in the middle, so I put it in there and I cut it flat. So I use the same cutter for the Davidoff, but this one's got a nice tight draw on it, and I think it's because there's a lot more leaves in this one.
Yeah, you'll definitely be smoking that one for a little bit. So Rob from Mr. Homeowner has a question. He says he's a beer guy. He goes, "What's the whiskey you'd recommend for me to buy this weekend to try?" So probably nothing's going to break the bank. Ryan, you're the resident expert. Give him something to throw out there.
Before I want to go there, all right, Mr. Homeowner, in the chat, because I'm looking at the chat right now, what kind of food do you like? What kind of flavors do you like? I don't want to give you a bad suggestion. Slain is good. Yes, Troy. Slain is good. Gentleman Jack. Yeah, Nick. That's a solid bet. If you like Jack, it's milder flavor. Mr. Homeowner is typing.
Yeah, we're waiting for it.
So what I was going to give shit to Nathan about, what kind of food? Greasy beef.
Greasy beef.
Go.
You weren't ready for that one, were you, Ryan?
It was actually. I got a bottle of that out here.
You got some greasy beef out there?
I got a greasy beef in a bottle. Go find you something called monkey shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
So monkey shoulder is a Scotch. You can find it in a lot of different places. It's nice and mild, a little bit of a smoky flavor to it. It's good. It's beer. I'm at Germans or PBR. Monkey shoulder is a legit one. What I was talking crap to Nathan about is I poured some of this Iron Root Harbinger, and there's only like 200 bottles of it poured. And a mutual friend of ours is the one that did the pick, and I got a bottle and he didn't. So he said he's been boycotting it ever since we've been talking about it.
Nice.
What do you guys think of the whiskey expert? Asian whiskeys. I bought a Suntory at Costco the other day. It was affordable.
Yeah.
And it was good. Suntory whiskey.
Yeah, I've gone through
amazing blends. So, and they're affordable.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think, Ryan?
Well, I mean, whenever you say blended whiskeys, I mean a lot of whiskeys are actually blends. Suntory makes some really good stuff. Was it the Suntory Toki? Square bottle, white label, just says Suntory Toki with some
the square thin bottle.
Yeah, it's a Suntory Toki. We actually have a video where we reviewed that. I've gone through 5 bottles of that in the last year. It's a legit whiskey. I like it. It's nice and mild.
Ryan's tried it once or twice. It's fine.
Yeah, once or twice.
No, I was very surprised actually of the Suntory Asian whiskey. So
yeah, Japan's got some really good whiskeys. We like to say that Japan, they take everything they do, make an art form like woodworking and everything else, and their whiskey is an example of that.
Yeah.
I think we lost Mike. I don't see him in there. Troy, what's that beer you're drinking? You're showing off.
Pitmaster X.
Sorry, I had to unmute it. Yeah, it's made by Twisted X. This is Pitmaster X. I got lights on it, so I don't know if you can see. Anyway, it's
see, got a bit of shine on there.
Yes, it's Pitmaster beer. Made by Twisted X right here in Austin, Texas. It's not very much alcohol, and it's just a nice sipping kind of beer on a hot day when you're out, grilling up some barbecue and stuff. It works. Good stuff.
Brian was saying it's a good beer too.
It's not real hoppy or anything. It's just a real nice, smooth, crisp beer.
Yeah, it's lightweight. It's easy drinking. It's really good.
Yeah. Thanks, Ryan.
Ryan's got your back. All right, guys, we are 2 hours into this bad boy. Anybody else got anything to say about this? If you want to keep going, we'll keep going. But I'll give a community. What do you guys think? You want to keep going a little bit more, or are we going to call it a night?
Dude, I just brought another cigar. I just filled up my drink.
Yeah, I'm good for 4 hours, man. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's right.
Come on, man. I'm in Miami. It's 11 o'clock. Let's keep going.
All right, we'll keep going.
It's going to take me a while to get through this. This stuff you got to work for.
I got a Romeo y Julieta.
What is that? What kind of cigar is that?
Romeo y Julieta.
Hey, I love
Romeo
those.
and Julieta.
I love those. I know people give shit about it, but I love them.
Oh, I mean, they're great. I mean, I don't even know why people would give you shit.
People give shit about Romeos.
I got almost a full stick of Ashton right here I need to get through, man. So
all right, hey, I'll keep it going. I know Troy can go for 4 hours. That was the best hot seat yet, man. I'm just saying.
I think I'm gonna eat some of that chicken that you have going on.
Go for it, man. It's all chopped up. It's in the little Tupperwares on the thing.
Perfect.
Got some chicken and some potatoes in there. It's all good.
Gotta get some snacks.
Hey, CJ, I'm in the middle of your chat. Nathan asked if anybody has a chili recipe that uses whiskey in it.
Ooh.
I've never tried it.
That'd be cool, though.
Kent, Troy?
I'd say try my Lobel's tri-tip chili recipe and put some whiskey in it. Because that chili recipe was freaking amazing, man. It was really good.
Well, it uses Lobel's meat. How is it going to be bad?
Well, that's true. That's true. But you could use any kind of prime beef in it, man. A brisket point, you know, that would work as well. I got a brisket point recipe out there for chili. Use the same and just.
I did a tri-tip chili verde.
Put just some whiskey in there, man.
It was so good, man.
Tri-tip chili verde.
Chili verde, and I do like the poor man's chili verde. Like I buy the verde sauce and
so you don't actually like.
I don't make the verde. I buy the. We talked about it. I'm a bit lazy when it comes to that shit. I'm like, I want to make it easy, accessible, shortcuts. Exactly. Easy and accessible.
Go to Costco or go to what's the other one?
Sam's.
HEB.
Yeah, HEB. Yeah, right.
Go to Salt and Time. Get a good cut of meat.
Nick,
yeah, the best steak was excellent.
Nick, the whiskey.
The best steak rules, man.
Nick,
So I know this isn't a barbecue topic night, whatever, but I want to ask T-Roy, have you ever used a Kamado style smoker, like a Big Green Egg or Vision or? Why are you laughing, Brian?
You'll find out.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I had a Kamado Joe, Big Joe, and I really did like cooking on it. I didn't like cooking on it less than 250 degrees though, because it smoldered the smoke, the coals, and I got that smoldered flavor into the meat. And after cooking on an offset on the Weber Smoky Mountain, I didn't like that smoldery flavor. Plus, I had the old version of the Kamado Joe, and the hinge would heat up as the Kamado heated up, and after it got hot, I had to use one hand to hold the lid open, and that made it difficult for me to film videos on it because I was using one hand to flip the meat, one hand to hold the lid open, and I was trying to adjust the camera, and it didn't work for me. So I wound up selling it. But I'll tell you what, Kamado Joe is a great all-around cooker. Any of the Kamados are a great all-around cooker, you know. But I find that less than 250 degrees, you're smoldering your smoke because you got to cut those vents down so far on the bottom. You're smoldering the smoke, and it gives you a bad flavor in the meat.
So here's part 2 to that question. What about pellet grills?
I've never owned one, but I have eaten some meat off of some Traegers and the Mac from Justin and some other ones. And so far, the Mac was the best flavored one. I haven't tasted the meat off of a Yoder YS 640 or 1500, but I imagine the Yoders are some pretty good smokers for pellets as well. I wouldn't mind having a pellet grill, a pellet smoker, just because of the convenience of it.
That's what I'm thinking about.
You know, but I haven't actually owned one, so I can't really say.
Got it. Thank you.
Well, a little bit of happiness on my part. If you throw the rule book out with how you're supposed to cook inside of a ceramic cooker, you can actually make a brisket with a good deep smoky flavor and get away with it.
Front door. Shut the front door all the way and lock it. Sorry, guys.
His video on my channel, Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah, Troy, whenever we were over Josh's, I did a cook on a Big Green Egg, and Troy looked at me like I was crazy with how I was setting that cooker up. That brisket was pretty good.
Two-thirds charcoal and 1/3 wood. I was like, that's going to be way over smoked. But I have to tell you what, it turned out really good. Really good. I was impressed.
Yeah, you just got to throw the rule book out the window. I don't do well with rules.
I want to get a pellet grill or pellet smoker, but I don't want to pay for it. I know it sounds shitty and entitled, but like
me neither. I don't want to pay for it either.
My brother-in-law has a Traeger and he brought it over, and I cooked on it and it was cool, but to me it wasn't anything I needed to go out and get right away. That makes sense, you know. If someone wants to throw one my way and say review this and do it, I'll take it. But I just don't want to pay for it.
It seems like they're all still in the race to see which one's going to be the best. So I don't know, kind of like back in the day with the flat screens, with the plasmas and the LEDs and the whatever. I was the guy that bought the $3,000 plasma that a year later you could buy it for $500. So I don't want to be that guy again with the pellet smoker.
Hey guys, just wanted to let y'all know this. As you get larger, you will start getting a lot of companies contacting you. I guarantee you, I turned down 99% of them, if not almost 100%. You know. But what I was going to say is, the larger your channel is, you can ask them, and I know we only got a few people watching on that's why I'm telling you this.
Right.
They ain't that many people watching this, but for those of you that have channels that are watching this later, getting started, when you get large, you can not only get the product, you can also charge the company for each video that you make. Now, I personally don't do that, but a lot of video channels do that. Okay, so you can get the product, and you can also charge them per video if you decide to do that. I'm just one of these people that just play it old school, you know. I just like, hey man, you'll send me something free? Cool. I'm cool with that. I may show it some, every once in a while, So that's how I roll. But there's a lot of people out there that have channels that are large that are charging the socks off of these companies to put a video out using their product.
I'm with you. I gotta like it to be able to use it.
Well, sure. I started. I got enamored without getting all the free stuff and doing the reviews and like the knives and the rubs and all that bullshit. But it got to the point where I can only review so many knives, right? So I finally got to the point where I'm not going to take stuff to review without having some kind of deal like that. And I've had 3 people approach me about like a knife or whatever. I send them back my whole offer of money and whatever, and tell them it's going to be an honest review. I'm not going to say I love it just because you sent me it. And, so far all 3 have said no thanks. They just want to send out free stuff. It's easier for them to send out a free stuff than pay for it. And there's going to be there's always going to be new channels willing to take on the free stuff, so they just got to find that stuff, right? So that's my opinion. What's up, Amelia? Did you find it? Did you find the food?
Yeah, I already ate.
You already ate something? All right. Okay, I'm going to go in and I'm going to bring the light out here because it's getting a little dark. So entertain the troops.
Oh, okay.
Hey, CJ.
What up, bud?
Hey, man. I got to run.
What?
Yeah, I got to run.
We're staying on because of you.
What? Say what?
You said you were going to stay on because you had your big old cigar. We're staying on because of you.
I'll stay on a little bit longer. Okay.
But I'll give you a hard time, man. You got to go, man.
Longer, okay, guys? The wife's calling. So,
the wife is calling. All right, I'm gonna get some lighting.
All right, get your lighting. Go ahead.
I'm gonna see if I can't fall into this jacuzzi.
Oh, you made it.
I'm just waiting for the splash.
Actually, I was going to just help him.
You'll probably see it hit the camera before you hear it.
What splash you talking about, Ryan?
So CJ, whenever he was walking away, he has to skip over his jacuzzi, and I was really hoping he fell into it.
Oh,
yeah. He is right here next to him, so that's why.
Emilio, help him on the way back, would you?
Yeah, that gets abused.
Yeah. Yeah, he's getting his lighting going on.
Even better, now you can electrocute him.
That's awesome. That's going to be interesting, like live video there. Like,
what, me getting electrocuted?
Yeah, that's exactly what
Channel collectively, congratulate Nathan. His son just did his first brisket on a Big Green Egg, and he sent me a picture of it. So I'm going to see if I can get this to show up on the camera. It looks really good.
Congratulations,
Nathan. That's the brisket that his son did on his egg.
Oh, nice.
That looks nice.
Yeah, it was a legit looking brisket.
No kidding.
Oh, there you go. Some light. All right.
Can you see?
Yeah, great.
I'm going to go around the jacuzzi this time. That was a little nerve-wracking. I was a little scared about that one.
I need a jacuzzi.
Also got the biggest power charger in the world for my phone.
You can charge the entire house with that thing.
You could jump start your car with this.
I can imagine.
Straight up. So the lighting's good, all right? You can see us, cool. I didn't think we'd be on this long where it would actually be dark out here. Ken, how you holding up over there, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Yeah? What you had food delivered. What'd you have delivered?
There's this place here called Twisted Pizza, and I got their twisted sandwich, which has pepperoni, Italian sausage, cheese, tomatoes. It's like a big hoagie roll.
Nice.
And then I got 8 spicy wings and fries.
Jesus, man.
It's a Tums.
He's a growing boy.
He's a growing boy. Troy, I don't want you to get in trouble, son. If the wife's calling, man.
Yourself in this house.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
I told you.
I gotta go, man. In the house, boy.
I don't be roughing up no feathers over here.
Hey,
No.
no.
You better come on in here.
No one wants Miss Karen mad at anybody. So
hey, Friday night's a special night for us.
Oh, hey.
Hey, look,
Someone's knocking on the door. Someone's at the front door.
In that house.
Just holding the door open. I gotta go, guys.
All right, take care, brother, man.
Love you guys.
Troy.
Thanks for watching, man. That'd be
Troy.
good.
Take care, Troy.
See you, Troy.
Rally smoke. Yeah, kid's not in the garage. He's at a hotel room. He's holding up. He had to go out of town, so he's joining us from parts unknown.
Also known as Des Moines, Iowa.
Come on, I was trying to make it mysterious.
Yeah. You can't use parts unknown. That's the wrong daddy. That's Daddy Cooks, not Daddy Dutch.
Not Daddy Dutch. There it is. Can you hold up that picture of that brisket? I was plugging in the light.
Yeah. You just need to send it to the group so you can see it, or you want it on the camera?
Just throw it on the camera. I'll check it out.
Okay.
CJ, it looks completely opposite of yours. This one looks good.
Oh, okay. Thanks, buddy.
See if I can keep talking so you can see it. Got it?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, nice.
How old's his son?
Early teens, if I remember right.
Nice. That's good. That's good.
Good progress.
Starting them right. Starting them off early.
No, his son's younger. Oh, late teens. Okay.
19. There you go. No, 17. 17.
Perfect.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, he teaches his son how to cook, and he goes around to cheer competitions with his daughter.
That's awesome. That's like Shane. Never trust a skinny chef, Shane.
Yeah,
he has daughters, and he's taught them all how to. I think he even coached cheerleading with them.
Yeah, he has one daughter.
One daughter. I thought he had two. My bad.
No, he had. They had Gage also, their son.
Gage, right. But I still thought he had two daughters. My bad. Whatever.
No, he just has one daughter, and yeah, this bald little fat guy was a cheer coach.
I love it. What I think is funny is, he's I guess he's like the rest of us. He married up. Cupcake Krista's a good looking lady, and his daughter's real pretty too. And then you got that bald, ugly guy. So kind of like all of us on the thing here.
No, I have hair. Thank you.
I know, but you cut it short enough, So we the son also cheers, the daughter bakes. Right on. B&B Forge, thanks for being here. Have a good night, guys. We got 10 in the chat. we start off strong with like 40, and then now we're at 10 or 11.
It's that East Coast drop off.
Yep.
Been a fun conversation, at least.
Yeah, it's been a good time.
Oh, something that somebody said earlier. Scotch is whiskey.
Okay. Expound on that.
So, can I be a whiskey nerd for a second? That's
why we bring you on. It's not for your good looks.
Ryan, Ryan, you've been a nerd all night. Keep it going, brother.
I haven't been a nerd all night. White me, Kent. All right. So, definition of a whiskey is water and grain and yeast, and that's what makes a whiskey. So, Scotch is barley, which it's still a whiskey. The categories of whiskey are your internationals, your Japanese, Turkishes, Irish whiskeys, bourbon, Scotch, Canadians. I think there's 20 or 25 different types of whiskey. Scotch just is a whiskey that's made in Scotland. Just like an Irish whiskey is whiskey made in Ireland. America is the only country that has a couple different types of whiskeys that's made here, between Tennessee whiskey, bourbon, just American whiskey. But yeah, sorry, that's the end of the nerd speak.
Okay, Ryan,
I thought that was going to go a lot longer.
I know that was a pretty quick, 20-second,
That wasn't nerdy enough for us, man. We need real nerds.
All right,
it can get real. It can get real nerdy.
Ryan, let me ask you this: on different bottles, I've seen whiskey spelled KY or KEY. What's the difference?
No, Nick, I'm not a professional alcoholic. Alcoholics go to meetings. Actually, no. Since I started the channel, I drink less. Actually, you can see 90% of my drinking on YouTube, and that's no lie. Be quiet, Nathan. Okay.
It goes for hours, so that means that you're drinking.
So you're on YouTube a lot.
No. All right. So the difference between EY and just Y is the country that it's made in. So generally speaking, if the country that it's made in begins with a vowel, it has an E. If it doesn't, it does not have an E. And it came back from Irish whiskey as a marketing scheme to make themselves different from Scotch. So Scotch, because it's made in Scotland, doesn't have an E. Irish whiskeys does have an E. American whiskeys, they have different things. Your Crown Royal probably does not have an E.
There you go.
And the reason it does not have an E is because it's made in Canada.
Right.
All right. So here's my question to you, Ryan. How the heck do you know all this? Did you go to whiskey school?
Drink more out of it.
I'm completely self-taught on whiskey. I'm
not disrespecting either. I think it's awesome. I appreciate it, but I'm just asking, where did you learn all this?
It's just like y'all with cigars. So I really fell in love with whiskey about a year and a half ago. And whenever I fall in love with things, I learn a lot about it. And it's just like whenever you're cooking. You learn about different kinds of wood, different kind of cookers, different styles of cooking to see kind of what fits your style and different ways of doing different things. It's the same with whiskey. And I saw the same questions like, okay, why does this have an E? Why does it not have an E? So I looked it up. I looked up the different kinds of whiskeys just to kind of figure out what I liked. And I like pairings. I started off with wine and I moved into whiskey, like I said, about a year and a half ago. So there is actually a whiskey marketing school that has a somm course, a whiskey sommelier course, about 15 minutes from my house that I'm thinking about doing, but it's expensive, but worth it.
I was gonna say it's got to be worth it for you, no?
Yeah, the guy that runs it. If you really want to learn about whiskey and meet like a real whiskey guy, look up Whiskey Vault. The guy's name is Daniel Whittington. Shit, I almost forgot that. It's Daniel Whittington. He's level 3 whiskey sommelier. He teaches at the academy. He's a really good dude. He loves whiskey and he loves the storytelling of it. They release a video every single day where they release, or Monday through Friday, where they release a review at least 2 whiskeys.
And that's what Whiskey Bowl?
Whiskey Vault, Vault. Hey, Nathan, type it in.
Sorry, you had the Johnny Mags accent there for a minute.
I'm from Texas. I have an accent.
What the fuck did I do?
Look at me. Here I am, just stirring the pot. Stirring the pot.
Just type it in, Nathan. Don't put the link in; it'll get stripped. But yeah, that's why I learned about whiskey. I was fascinated by it, so I wanted to learn more about it.
Cool.
I think for you, Ryan, being that your channel obviously involves a lot of whiskey, it probably is a good idea for you to do that and worth the expense. And truthfully, you can write it off at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Thanks, Nathan. So Nathan just dropped it in there. Now, these are channels that got well over 200,000 subs. Whiskey Vault is Whiskey Reviews, and Whiskey Tribe, it's more about just the shenanigans and them being jackasses, and they're funny jackasses. But what's cool about them, and this isn't a plug for them, but I just really like what they're doing, they opened a distillery, and they have something called Crowd to Barrel Distilling, where their Patreon actually chooses everything they do with the whiskey. So it's the first crowdsourced distillery in the world. And just everything about it's just really cool, and it's all about just the community interacting.
That's awesome.
Pretty cool.
And Daniel reminds me a lot of Troy with how he likes bringing channels together and them just talking and having fun, hanging out, doing all kinds of things, and just expanding the community.
So I've never heard of a whiskey sommelier, but I've heard of a wine, obviously, sommelier. Have you ever thought about doing that?
That's the course that's there. It's something I've thought about, but I haven't put a lot of thought into it because I'm
you okay. Like whiskey.
Well, I'm okay at whiskey. I've got friends of mine that are exponentially better at it than I am. They've got bigger collections. They got more experience. They've got a lot better stuff. I do it recreationally compared to a lot of my friends.
But my question is that something you can make a career out of? Because I don't know.
Yeah, you can work at tasting rooms. You can work as a brand ambassador. You can work for like Brown-Forman, big whiskey distributors, going around and talking up products. I've got a friend of mine that's real big with Brown-Forman, and he is in Ireland and Scotland probably 5 or 6 times a year, going to different distilleries.
So you're good to go as long as your liver holds out.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing. It's like me. You learn how to really pace yourself. I've drank more tonight than I probably have in the last month in one particular time.
No, that's bullshit because you were on the hot seat within the last month. I know better.
So on the hot seat, I got sick. I think I ate something bad that day because toward the end of it, I was just feeling rough.
Oh man,
yeah, it was bad, and I didn't drink that much. But yeah, enough about me. Next.
You know what? I remember trying to pull that one on my old man when I was in high school, telling him I think I ate something bad, but
no,
he didn't believe me either.
Yeah,
I ate something bad. And the main reason that I'm not really worried about the whiskey videos is because it gets such low views compared to my cook videos. So I'm like, the whiskey videos are just us hanging out and having fun.
Gotcha.
But I mean, whiskey and barbecue is it's a great pairing. It's just something that goes together.
And it's perfect for, I mean, probably most of our followers, all of our followers are mostly men, and whiskey and barbecue is just, it reaches everybody out there. Because more than likely, if you're barbecuing, you like whiskey too, right? I mean, it's just my opinion. But it's a good little group of get down.
Yeah, it's like
Nathan said he does what he can on the whiskey side of things.
Yeah, he's one of our subscribers, and he was actually my second Patreon on our channel. I met him out at Crowded Barrel, just in person. He's tall. He's like 6'2", 6'1".
Oh, that's massive.
That's not tall compared to Hey, so Nathan, if you're into Patreon, click the link below, hit show more. I have a Patreon myself. I when I set up the Patreon, I did it when I hit the 5,000 subs. So I set up a Patreon with it. I made Mrs. CJ and my son Trent sign up for it. It's $1 a month. They did the minimum Patreon, but I wanted to have at least 2 in there. And then this week, James sent 1,000 signed up. He did the $5 Patreon. So I need to mention him in a video, but I have a bunch of different. You should check it out. I'll show you. He's got plenty of money. He could join in on the Patreon.
Shit. Well, hey, I'll do, CJ, I'll do the $5 a month, but you got to take it out of my paycheck.
We'll do it. We'll do it. You're sitting right here. You should do a super chat for us since you're sitting here.
What's a super chat?
Super chat. You're
just gonna hit you a 20 CJ and call it good. That would
super chat price $100.
$100. You see this little dot right here?
You know how much you cost me already?
How much? What are you talking about? The P&L. I don't count your P&L. All right. So you hit that little dollar sign. And anybody who's watching wants to do a super chat, you move this over to second level, put a little comment in there. You can donate as much as you want.
I feel like I'm getting suckered in right now.
I'll greatly appreciate it.
Pull up the live stream on your phone.
My phone just went dead. Right here,
hey, if you do the $60 super chat, you'll pay for my Patreon account for the year.
It's true.
There you go. All right.
That's funny, man. I don't see anything there tonight, huh? That's funny. Well, Nathan, I appreciate you being here today, buddy. That's we've had a lot of new faces in the chat tonight. Maybe they're just not available on the Hangouts. I'm sorry, on the hot seat, but a lot of new faces in there, so that's been fun.
That's always good, dude.
Yeah, I love seeing new friends in there, new chats. I know, Mags, it's pretty late where you're at, right? 11,
we're close.
He's in New Hampshire.
11:30.
8 hours out. So
11:30. Not bad.
You gonna work tomorrow, Max?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you sorry sap.
Mags is a postal office guy.
no rest days.
A mailman.
No rest days.
And don't piss him off. He'll go postal on you.
Literally. Yeah.
Literally.
Too soon.
There's no more ice out here. But,
No ice. I'm gonna go neat.
We're gonna go neatish. Good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough day tomorrow. That's for sure.
Well, you haven't been drinking this whole time, have you?
Oh yeah, I have mine.
You're holding something up, but I can't see it. What is it, buddy?
My little Yeti tumbler.
All right. When
Well, as long as he delivers the mail like close in the proximity, the neighbors will
sort it out,
Neighbors
right?
will help each other. Yeah.
the other, yeah.
Seinfeld.
So, hey, I got your mail by
It
accident. It
80%.
doesn't matter.
So
Hey, Johnny Mags, where does one guy purchase a Pit Life barbecue tumbler?
You get them from Yeti, and then you ask me, and I'll send you a sticker.
Nick Blevins, are you in California? You said 837 where you're at. We're in Southern California, Rancho Cucamonga. Rancho Cucamonga.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, you knew that was coming.
I love it, dude. Rancho Cucamonga. You need to sing it when you say it.
No, you don't.
Oh, stop it.
Go back to your triple D.
Nice.
Guilty as charged.
Judge. Johnny, I could sit here and talk to you all night long, brother. Ventura. He's in Ventura. All right. Not too far away.
Yeah, only an hour and a half.
Only. Josh and Babe are in Santa Clarita. And Josh is getting silly tonight. I'm surprised he hasn't gone live yet. He has 7 women with him.
What?
Yeah.
Is that illegal?
I don't know. He's taking a party bus around Hollywood, I guess. I'm really surprised.
He can't fit them all in the Prius.
Well, that's true.
Ah, well, yeah.
You met Josh before. Yeah. He was over here. Yeah, he's been.
Oh, something from earlier. Was it Nick that was talking about how he wasn't getting notifications? They were coming really late.
Yeah.
That Nick Blevins was mentioned that?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So I saw a thing on the Creators Academy about 2 weeks ago where lives have gotten so popular and everybody's uploading so much that notifications are kind of getting messed up. And if you release like on the hour where everybody does, there's this giant spike and it makes notifications get missed. So if you move it to like 10 after, 15 after, 10 before, 15 before, nobody releases at those weird times. But what happens is your notifications drop easier and the system handles it better because it's not trying to process 30 billion. It's just trying to process a billion.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
We actually noticed we started having that problem. So we moved all the releases back about 10 minutes. So instead of releasing it at 6 at night, we released it 5:50 at night. And everybody that was complaining about notifications automatically said, "Hey, I got the notification again." I was like, "Cool."
All right, I'll give that a shot. My next video, I'm going to edit one tonight. So once we get done with all this, I'm going to go edit the rotisserie chicken video tonight. I want to have it done because Melise comes back tomorrow relatively early, and I want to be done. Melise said she's been texting me, and she said she tried to come home tonight, and she got outvoted.
It's not interwebs expert. It's I don't sleep, so I research because I'm bored and I can't sleep.
I love it, man. That's cool. Whiskey expert and interwebs expert. I love it. That's fun shit. You do seem to know a lot there, Ryan.
I'm bored and I'm a cesspool of useless knowledge.
Nice. Bet you'd be good on Jeopardy.
Trivial Pursuit mainly, but yeah.
Trivial Pursuit.
Trivial Pursuit. Wow, that's going.
Dude, I got a bunch of useless knowledge in my head too, and I always kick ass at Jeopardy.
And it has 2 pages in it.
So, Mike, what are you filming this weekend on the grill? The Philly cheesesteak? Are you gonna do anything else?
Yeah, I wanted to do the Mexican chicken taco.
Chicken taco. That's right.
Yeah.
Dude, I did a mean Philly cheesesteak.
So Ryan, I have a question for you.
On my griddle.
I've read recently on the same creator YouTube thing, I'd say a couple weeks ago, where they, I guess YouTube kind of changed the way the notifications are. So like instead of basically, long story short, the way the notifications are now, if you subscribe to somebody and you hit the notification bell, it's not like it used to be where you would get every single time a video would come out, you would get notified. So now it's like, okay, if it's somebody who's new to YouTube and they don't really watch a lot of YouTube, they might not get every single video that comes out. It's kind of custom.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that. But
Yes.
I've noticed that in my video, my view count dropped off a couple weeks ago significantly. And I'm thinking that maybe the reason why is because, for example, I know some people that said, yeah, I hit the notification bell and I didn't get, when your new video came out, I didn't get the notification.
Yeah.
So there's two options. There's one that's the custom, which is now the standard that YouTube automatically applies based on what you watched before and what you're used to watching that channel. And then there's one where you can hit all, so you see all the notifications. Have you seen that?
Yeah. So what it is it's using the similar kind of algorithm that Facebook uses. So you have people that subscribe to channels and they watch the videos, but they don't comment, they don't do things like that. So YouTube doesn't think you're real interested in them. But if you tell people, even if they just drop a comment that say, hey, great video, and they do a thumbs up, YouTube will learn that you're interacting with that channel and it'll give you those notifications. Whereas if you just watch a video but you don't interact with it, it doesn't really notify you because you won't get a pop-up notification. But if you go to your messages, you'll see all of it listed there.
Right.
So that kind of sucks for the creators that that are putting out videos. When somebody hits the notify bell, the bell, and then they don't get the notification, it's like, well, shit. Now what? So now do I have to, in my videos, do I have to say, don't only just click the notification bell, but click all? Is that the next step for us?
Well, if they comment or if they do a thumbs up to your video that they watch, YouTube will learn and it'll give you notifications of those videos. But I mean, look, and without sounding bad, look right here. There were 7 barbecue YouTube channels here. So I'll admit I'm like a month behind on watching a lot of videos. I haven't even watched my last 3 or 4 videos, my own ones. So, the market's getting really saturated. It's summertime. A lot of people are doing it. So YouTube is trying to figure out how things don't get washed out in the noise. So people have to interact. And
smoking cigars, but
Nick, I don't know what's going on with that.
It was below the
everything.
Yeah. And Nathan's actually going to school for this stuff. So it's all the AI and everything that it's doing. It's the same thing that we haven't. If you've watched our whiskey videos, you realize there's an abundance of dick jokes. So we've had a couple of videos that got demonetized because of gratuitous dick jokes, and I had to get a hold of YouTube and say, hey, we weren't actually talking about dicks.
The last roundtable we did, I had to petition YouTube to make it monetize. The hot seat last night, I had to do the same thing and tell them that it was cool and had to get it monetized. I assume I'm gonna have to do that with this too. Anytime.
Yeah, like all of our whiskey videos we've had to recently, it's getting ridiculous.
So what was up with last night's hot seat?
I have no clue. I mean, we say a bad word here and there, or we take a shot, but I mean, it's nothing like.
If you have one cuss word in it, you're gonna have to challenge it.
Really?
That's just a thing now. One cuss word, you're gonna have to challenge it.
Hey, Acuna's in the house. What's up, Emilio? How you doing, brother? All the way from our buddy,
Texas.
Another Emilio Acuna just jumped in the chat. He's one of my guys, and he just moved to Texas. He's just outside of Austin.
So does that mean, CJ, you have to travel to Texas for work?
So is that North Austin, South Austin, East, West?
I don't know. It's just in
Acuna,
Texas.
Acuna, throw in the thing you're in. I think it's Round Rock or Red Rock or some kind of rock.
Round Rock?
Rocky Horror Picture Show. Who knows?
That's where Nathan's from.
Yeah. He just moved out there, obviously from California, and he's his son's about to go into high school, big football player, and he's just Round Rock. There you go. He's tripping on how big Texas football is compared to anywhere else. Like, he sent me a picture of the stadium that his son's going to play in. It's damn near a college stadium.
Yeah.
It's like
11,000?
Yeah, 11, 12, something like that. Yeah. It's huge.
Yeah. Welcome to Texas.
Everything's big.
Yeah, everything's big in Texas.
Football's pretty good in Florida, too, by the way.
Say that again, Mike.
I said football's pretty big in Florida, too, by the way.
Yeah, but, Florida, Texas, California.
Those are the top three, I think.
Yeah, Georgia. Georgia's coming up behind there. Georgia's big. Woo.
People would say that Oklahoma is, but they just import Texas players.
Yeah, well, there you go. Oh, man. All right, guys. Anybody in the chat have any questions? I think we'll wrap this up pretty soon. I'm tired. I got the kids. I need to get them to bed pretty soon. Any more questions? You ready to get going?
Yeah, I'm gonna call it quits. I'm gonna be dealing with 100 degrees tomorrow, so maybe you're positive I'll drop a couple pounds.
Well, make sure you get that Gatorade in you. Bruce from Food for Men said his football coach in high school was Mike Holmgren.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That was back in the day. All right, guys. I'm ready to call it quits. Kent,
right,
you
boys.
enjoy the rest of your night. Y'all, everybody who's left in the chat, thank you for being here. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on the way out. I appreciate you guys all being here. Really do. We'll keep doing these roundtable type things. If you guys keep showing up, we'll switch the hosting around to different channels, and we'll make sure everybody's involved.
Let Kent do it next Friday.
Yep, Kent. Next Friday, you're in, buddy.
It should work. I'm going over my schedule in my head. I think that'll work. We'll be in touch.
All right, cool. Guys, look for us on social media. We'll let you know when we're live next. See you on the hot seat next Thursday on Kent's channel. So Daddy Dutch Barbecue. Hit show more. So you subscribe to his channel. That's it, guys.
Thanks for meeting you guys.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
See you guys.
See you later.
All right,
Good night, guys.
See you
Night,
later.
guys.